And we are back again. Yes, sir, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, UTR proudly presents Talk Yo Shit. Hey, we are back. Coming off a real big weekend at the Naughty Eats Big Girl Battle. It was a movie. It was a blast. Footage coming soon. Shit coming soon, y'all. So y'all be ready on the lookout for all that. It was matter of fact, before we even get into that, me just give the people, your overall experience of the show since it was your first one.
Man, being that this is my first big girl battle, I was in a daze. Like
This ass is everywhere.
Legs, eyes, cakes. It don't get no much better than that.
You said that like a nothing. Okay.
We got Louisiana chicken right now. Wings, thighs, breasts.
Right now, bro. Leave me alone.
Like, you said like Sunday. You said like that Sunday at the church at Louisiana fried chicken.
For real. I like my women how I like my chicken. Oh, breast and thigh. But anyway, we are gonna get into it. This is another segment of the Corner Diaries. This one is entitled Family Business. And if you don't know, it's none of your business. So we go get into it.
No, before we do that,
Okay.
we gotta say happy birthday to Heather B.
Happy birthday. If y'all didn't get on none of them posts that was in the UTR pages, y'all was slacking. She has turned 60. Can you believe that? 60 years fucking old.
Hey, Black don't crack.
I'm gonna get your ass. Okay.
I mean, like I said, Black just don't crack. So, like I said, ain't she beautiful for 60, y'all? Ain't she beautiful? That's crazy.
36. Not no damn 60.
63?
Oh,
36.
You 63. So you 36.
Okay.
Hey, just adding on years.
No,
I
thought she was 63.
Don't even say nothing.
I put the numbers backwards.
I had them backwards too. I even bought her a cake, but I ate it all. But don't worry about it. Anyway, so
I was gonna ask you, can we use your trunk to put? Never mind. We don't go on. We ain't gonna
You ain't right, man.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Heather B.
Happy birthday,
Yes,
Heather.
indeed. Happy birthday.
We just having a little fun before we get to the fuckery of the Tonight Show.
And it's gonna be
So,
a lot of it.
It's gonna be a lot because y'all sent in y'all stories. We read them. I'm not gonna say we didn't judge y'all, but goddamn.
All I'm gonna say is, if you don't have a drink in your hand, go ahead and get you one, because you're gonna need one after this.
I gotta get my drink then.
Go ahead, go get your drink. We got time. Get your drink. Everybody get settled in, get your drink, and get ready.
Is that Ciroc straight meat?
No, this ain't no damn Ciroc, man.
Oh, my bad.
Like, really? You going with the vodka? Okay.
I like me sponsored by Diddy tonight, boy. You doing the verses over there? Sponsored by Ciroc. That boy good.
I'm about to say, make me spit out my damn water.
And Jay, you want to go to the comments right quick before we Get to the story.
Sure. Z says, "What's up, UTR?"
Hey Z. Hey.
What's happening?
And Miss Smith and the birthday girl says, "Please like, comment, and share." Z also says, "Happy belated birthday to you."
Thank you.
Poetic mind, verbal verb. Then say, "Happy birthday, Chris." We saw you in the building, Chris. What's good, my dude?
What up, Chris?
What up, Chris?
What's
He also says, "Happy
happening?
birthday."
Thanks for the
Desiree is
love,
in the
bro.
building. What's going on, Des?
Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
It's
Welcome back.
and Chris said he turned it up right now, so he can't stay. But we appreciate the
I
fact
was
that you
just
thought
stopping
about
by.
us to come in
Hey.
and stop for a second. We appreciate
Stop
that.
by. It's all love.
Definitely.
Indeed.
We appreciate you, bro. You know
Hey,
what I'm
just
saying?
drop your cash
Literally
app. Stop
just broke
playing.
my
Drop
heart
your
'cause you
cash
gotta
app.
leave.
Feel it. It's your birthday. Drop your cash app.
Okay, I will
Man.
definitely.
It's our birthday, so stop playing and send them tips in. Send them tips in. Who knows? You may get it. You may get a tic tac. I mean a TikTok.
I'm about to send mine over right now, Heather. So be on the lookout.
For you. Hey.
Oh my god.
Anyways, it's time to
you-
get into these stories.
You gonna
Y'all
drop
ready?
the legit cash app, huh? You ain't gonna drop the OnlyFans cash app, I see, huh?
That's
crazy. Oh wait, I'm
I'm not
talking too
making the fans
my.
of only money.
I'm talking too much. You want the IRS coming after you because they got multiple cash apps? My bad. Anyway, let's start the show, y'all.
I'm not playing.
All right, you ready?
Oh, before we continue, Poetic said he can't stay. He in the studio right now. He recording some of that greatness. So we'll be looking forward to hearing that, my brother. So you have a good studio session, and we will have a great show. Appreciate you for stopping in, bro. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all.
Let's get
It's
to it.
time.
All right.
Whew. Let's read this one. Dear UTR, me and my ex-husband has been divorced for 3 years. Right before the pandemic hit, the judge ordered him to pay child support. But when the pandemic hit, the judge reduced his child support, even though he worked through the whole pandemic. The reason they reduced it was because they said there might be a possibility that he wouldn't be able to work during the pandemic. And the court shut down, so there was no way for me to appeal the judgment. Even though his child support was reduced, he still never paid it. The year before the pandemic, my ex used the kids when he filed his taxes because we filed every other year with the kids. Well, he got the stimulus check for our kids and told me it was his money and he didn't have to give me any to help support our kids. I've never spoken bad about him in front of our kids, but they are at an age and they are old enough to know that he's not helping. I've been doing the best that I can for our kids, but he really needs to step up. What should I do? Sign, where is my child support?
Take his ass back to court. Take his ass back to fucking court. How the fuck? Okay, look. I don't see how any dude can make a child. Because there's some people out here who can't even have children because of medical issues, or their partner can't have none because of medical issues, and things just the stars just don't align. So for you to bring a blessing into this world and not be able to, and not be able to, not willing and not wanting to take care of those children is signs of a deadbeat dad and signs of being fucked up, honestly. And she should take his ass back to court and get that shit up and make that up to Annie. Just like, I'm just saying it like that.
I definitely say take him to court. Keep appealing. I know that, even though they're saying the pandemic is over, we're still in a recession and everything like that. Courts are open. Do your paperwork. Do what you got to do. Take his ass to court. I still say this, and I'll say this over and over again. Regardless of what he does, do not speak ill about him in front of his kids. Let his kids grow up and let them figure it out themselves. That is the one thing I will say.
That's true. That's true.
I will commend you for not speaking ill of him, but when they get old enough, they'll understand that daddy ain't shit. That's plain and simple.
And to be honest with you, children nowadays are smarter than we think. So they start recognizing, they start filling the void very quickly. of the father not being there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a special kind of greedy just to basically use your kids as a payout. Like, like you played your part in bringing such a tremendous gift that you could ever receive. That is a child. So to be that selfish, you have to be your mental is definitely jacked up. And yes, with I have to agree with her. Just take it back to court. Have every ounce of proof on your side. Like, no, you're not gonna lie your way out of this one.
I can never defend a person who's not doing their part or their responsibilities of their part in this type of situation. So there's no defense for him, although I feel like there's a lot of details left out that I don't know about, nor his side of the story that we can speak on. So I'm not going to sit here and down the man just yet. However, I mean, your main responsibility is your kids, whether you with the woman or not with the woman. So I can never defend a man who's not taking care of his responsibilities, but I don't know what his situation is as well. So, um, to me, unknowns. I don't want to. I don't want to speak on it, but I definitely would have to say you got to take care of your responsibilities, no matter what your circumstances are. Your kids come first.
I mean, that's definitely true. But if you got that stimulus money that was supposed to be for your children,
Well, let's keep it. Let's keep it
and you
100.
give it, or I'm not even saying give all, but buy some shit at least, there's a problem.
There's definitely a problem, but let's keep it real. If anyone that's behind on child support or anyone that's behind on their responsibilities, government takes that money. They don't even get an opportunity to see that money. So there's something else that we're not.
But you got to remember. I mean, let me say this. Speaking from people that I know, like really know, during the pandemic, a lot of that shit was shut down. So no, they were not taking money. It was a lot of stuff that they wasn't doing because of the pandemic, because people couldn't afford it.
At the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. So I'm not going to defend someone who's not taking care of responsibilities, but I would just like to know more information on his part. I mean, if it's easy to say, oh, he was out here, being selfish with the money. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, so I can't speak on his scenario. But we all know for a fact he taking care of his kids, and that should be first and foremost in his life. His kids can actually be here.
That's a fact.
That's
That's the reason why that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm just speaking from the aspect of the information that we're given. But you are absolutely right, because we don't know his part of the story, because he can easily deny all the claims and say that he has been taken care of and possibly even provide receipts for it. But we don't know. We just going off the letter at the end of the day.
In the eyes of the law, and it's fucked up when you don't pay your child support and then you buy shit. That's not considered part of the child support. That's considered a gift, unfortunately. So if he is taking care of kids and buying whatever he needs to buy, just make sure you have your receipts. That's all you gotta do. Make sure you have your receipts.
All your evidence.
All your evidence. That's all you gotta do. But like I said, I will commend her, because even though he putting her through the ringer and the bullshit, she's not speaking ill of him.
I mean, and just let things play out on his own. At the end of the day, if he's doing bad, he's going to receive his bad karma behind what he's doing by not taking care of his kids. So, I mean, obviously, be grateful and be glad that you're in a position to take care of your kids on your own, or you got some type of help other than his support, and let time play out. I mean, if he's already on child support, he's going to have to back pay what he owes. Excuse me. So just let things kind of play out, and just I'll pray on it, and like y'all said, take him back to court.
Well said.
Okay.
Indeed.
But before we get to the next story, we ain't got no comment. So
Not for now.
so people
Make sure
comment
that
and
you
subscribe.
guys chiming in on the stories. We really want
Yes.
your opinions in regards to these stories, because they're very, very hot. They're very interesting.
They're very hot, and y'all sent them in. So you might hear your story, you might not. But like I said, chime in. We want to hear what the people what the people feeling about this shit. It's just, I mean, it is about our opinions, but it's also about y'all opinions too, because y'all make this show possible at the end of the day. So we gonna keep it moving to the next story, Professor. If you be so kind.
All right. Dear UTR, I'm a 25-year-old woman who is still living through my childhood trauma. When I was 5, my parents divorced, and my mother never even showed up for the custody hearing, leaving me to live with my dad. 2 years later, my dad would marry a woman who also had a daughter. This woman could not stand me to the point where she would beat me for no reason. My dad would come home and see the busted lips and bruises and not say nothing, but he treated her daughter like a princess. Eventually, my grandparents got tired and got custody of me, and my dad didn't even put up a fight. He would help me out sometimes financially, but he said his wife could never find out. Eventually, he stopped helping and caring. Now I'm older and have a daughter. He has no relationship with her at all. My stepsister has a daughter, and she is the light of his life. Should I forgive my father and try to rekindle a relationship so that him and my daughter can have a better one? Or should I let a sleeping dog lie? Signed, not so blended family. That's deep.
That one is a deep one.
That's low key like a Maury segment right there. But aside from that, with that happening, like I always live by the creed of like life is too short to hold grudges. So I would say you can forgive, but don't forget. That way you forgive him right then and there and just keep on pressing on with your life with your daughter and make the best life possible that you can.
I mean, when you forgive someone, it's not for them, it's for you. It's so that you're able to release the guilt, the trauma, so that you don't transfer that over to your kids. Now, in her situation, it's probably because she wants her daughter to have a different relationship with her father. But if he's still the same type of person, you're gonna basically have your daughter hurting the same way you are. So I don't think it's worth it. Like, for again, forgive for yourself, but as far as having a relationship, you don't have to.
Hmm, interesting. Me personally, um, I don't know if I can just forgive that per se, because it's just for the simple fact, like if you allowed your wife to beat me and you just ignored it, and no telling, I mean, she didn't state how long this was going on, so basically you basically tr- your significant other traumatized me and you didn't say nothing so you can keep her for because she a good woman because the pussy is that great or whatever the fuck is whatever your excuse is. At the end of the day, you allowed me to suffer trauma that, it's a possibility I could be going to therapy over. It's a possibility I can stuff shit can just be happening to me because of these situations that I have encountered as a child. But I don't know if I can forgive that per se, but at the same time, if I did have a kid, I would want them to have a relationship, but I don't think I can just open welcome with open arms. That's just me.
Mhm.
I
My
would say
personal opinion.
I don't think anyone has a right or wrong answer in this situation because it's really hard to tell someone what they should or shouldn't do because it's their personal trauma that what they went through. However, I would say if the pandemic taught me anything, it taught me that life is short. Tomorrow's not promised for anybody. The last thing you want is a I wish I would have, I could have type of situation. Now, with that being said, I would like Meek said earlier, forgiveness is for that person who needs to get it off their heart, not so much for her getting it right with her dad is for her, not for him. Um, with that being said, there doesn't need to be no relationship with my daughter. Um, you didn't get it right with me. What makes you think you don't get it right with my kid? I mean, I'm not even gonna. I mean, you have a grandchild here, yeah, but at the end of the day, like I would never leave my grandchild around you or your significant other at this point because I know what you put me through. So why would I even consider that? However, with that being said, though, what you did to me, like me said, I'll never forget that. I will forgive you, but at the end of the day, I wish you well. Tomorrow's not promised.
I will say this: that trauma is a very deep trauma for her. Clearly, you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Definitely.
she had grandparents who were there for her and were able to take her out of that situation.
Yes.
I do say, it is better to forgive than to forget because at the end of the day, if you sleeping and you harboring that, it's bothering you and you can't sleep at night. That other person's sleeping like there's no tomorrow. I feel like two wrongs don't make it right. But at the same time, if you feel like you need to forgive him and introduce him to his grandchild and try to have a relationship with her, I say you ease into that and you walk into that very carefully because you don't want that trauma brought onto her where why does my grandfather not love me? It takes steps. Maybe a meeting for the first time or showing her pictures of who he is and seeing because he could be an asshole and not even want to see her. I mean, at one point he did care about her because he was helping her financially. But I feel like if it was me, I don't even know if I would want my child even around his wife. So it's a
I'm right.
it's a
I'm
lot
right.
of things that you have to think and consider before you get into that because you got to realize if he's still with his wife, she's going to be around. And you don't want your child around there because I'm going to be honest with you. You got one time to hit my child and bitch, I'm going to jail. That's plain and
Exactly.
simple because you're going to catch every hand from left to right. Plain and simple. But that's just me. That's
Yeah.
just me.
I mean, because
Definitely.
I'm definitely going to jail for 25 to life if my child comes back to me with anything wrong with them after they've been in your care, and that's just me being honest.
And also,
There's not,
you got to look at, you need to fix what's going on with you and your father first before you put your daughter into that situation.
Big facts.
I
Because you don't
totally
want
agree.
to just put her into a situation and what y'all got going is not it's not fixed or it's not clear of where y'all at because it's just adding fuel to the fire.
Because it's also a situation where it's like you said, if the wife is still in the picture, it may trigger her if he says, "Oh, well, she was at the house, but my wife is there." Immediately, she's gonna think the worst.
Right. I mean,
Like you can,
personally, that should be stipulated beforehand anyway. Like my daughter or son is not to be around your wife.
I don't
Now,
think I would personally leave my child with either one of them. We can have visits where we all are sitting together, but as far as my child staying with you, bro, you got another thing coming
nope, no,
okay.
no, no, no,
that's out the question. Like you have to
for
look
a
at it
long time.
like you have to look at it like dealing with that kind of trauma, a wound that deep, it doesn't disappear like right off rip. Like like the professor said, like it takes it takes steps. It takes a lot of effort on both parties. Now, if she's there like working on closing that wound by herself, then that says a lot about old boy's character, even more.
So you meaning like she's willing to try to fix it, but he's not?
Basically.
Okay.
Or what if he feels he didn't do anything wrong?
And that's why I said that's something where I think they need to talk and get an understanding before she bring her child into it because you don't want to bring a child into a situation that's fucked up.
not at all.
Okay.
They just need professional help at this point. Like, I think I won't speak for all of us, but I think as I will say this as black people coming up at the day we came up, we all came from the days of we getting spankings and whoopings and ass beatings and all the above. So we all know time has changed, and some of that just don't fly, whether it's from a parent or a step parent. It don't fly in today's world. So go out and get that professional help that you need because we live in a different day.
Not
Yeah,
only
because I
that,
mean,
she has a
because
lot of trauma because not only is the relationship with her dad, but the fact that her mom left after the divorce and didn't even bother about trying to get her, that's a whole other trauma in itself.
okay. Before we head to the next question, let's get into these comments real quick. Patty says, "Hey y'all, I got a break.
Hey,
Hey,
Pat.
Patty.
Thank you for stopping through. We appreciate that." Z says, "Everyone's level of forgiveness is different, but if it is a question that means you're want to somewhat have a relationship, which is true." And then the professor's response to Patty. Z says, "Take baby steps and see if it's worth entertaining the idea of a healthy father-daughter relationship that will determine if he is even capable of being in your daughter's life."
Big
Mm,
facts.
talk your shit. No offense. Eli is in the building. What the deal?
Hey,
Please don't start with these.
Yo,
Please don't start with
hey,
these college
Eli.
theses. These college theses that you like to write.
And
But
we
we gonna
already
read this one.
started, so
We gonna read this one. Allow your daughter to have a chance to understand the history between you and and her grandfather, and let her know your entire truth with no hate, and allow your daughter to develop her opinion about her grandfather as she grow, but be mindful of the actions that are grown or excuse me, shown good or bad with your daughter. We got to break these curses that were established by previous generations one step at a time, set boundaries. When we understand our
Or
past and selves, then we can guide our futures. Okay? Talk
woo,
your shit. Then Patty said, "I think I'm getting this topic though. I came late for me. It's a full no."
there you
okay.
go.
Well,
well,
see, everybody is just about a full no. So
well,
you're
listen,
right
you
on
can't
time. Pat. You're right on time. You're right on
right on
time.
time.
But we about to get right on time and get to this next question, Professor, if you please.
Story. You're not doing questions, but got you.
Story, you know what I mean. I've been my nigga a little tired a little bit.
It said about us at Dear ETR. About 3 years ago, I gave birth to a set of twins. When they was born, my husband insisted that I take a paternity test because during the time I found out I was pregnant, I cheated on him with a one night stand. When the results came back, my husband was the father to only one of the twins. Since finding out the results, our marriage has been rocky, and he doesn't treat the twins the same. He treats the twin that's not his like they don't exist. One problem is I have no way of contacting the one night stand, and I don't even know his last name. So my question is, should I give him an ultimatum to treat both of the kids the same with love, or leave and take my kids to protect him from the drama? Sign, he's the father and not the father.
I'm gonna let the guys answer first.
Right. Go ahead, fellas.
Ugh.
It's the fact that they both looking like not both, but all three of them looking like I don't know.
Because this one,
Right.
Okay,
Where to
well,
start?
here we go. Here we go. Now, honestly, if I've been in these kids' life from the time they were born to this particular time, they're still my kids. Now, because now you have made a mistake and it will cause a rift in our marriage at the end of the day. You heard that? So,
so good.
I'm not gonna. The children
Oh,
didn't have nothing to do with it at the end of the day. Now, just because I'm not the father of one doesn't mean I'm gonna treat the other separately. They're still my kids. I still raise them. I'm still instilling my discipline in them. So they will still continue to be my kids. But in the back of my mind, I might bring that shit up in an argument just because I'm petty like that. But just because I'm petty like that. But I don't think I'm gonna treat the kids no different though, because like I said, I'm still their father and I'm still providing and I'm still a great husband at the end of the day. So there's my take on it, fellas. I'm gonna have a drink on y'all answer.
Yeah.
This is a it's a totally different situation because they're married. Um, I can't answer this as if this is just a boyfriend or this is just someone she
Well,
sees.
how about you answer it from both perspectives?
Okay, I'm gonna start with the husband since Zero already touched on that, and I kind of agree with a lot of his points. As a husband, my role is to provide and protect, and um, yeah, she did step out. She broke our vows. At the end of the day, I'm still her husband. I still chose to be her husband. I still chose to be in these children's lives. With that being said, I need to treat them fairly. I need to treat them fairly, whether they're genetically mine or if I'm in the stand-in person and filling those shoes right now. Like I need to treat both them kids like they're mine. Like Gerald said, the kids didn't ask to be here. However, they're here. Um, I mean, now we just leave it at that. As a
I think any
boyfriend,
man with a good heart. I think any man with a good heart would still take care of both of them, regardless if one is his and one is not. Like I would hope so.
yeah,
Like that's just me though. Like I'm
morally,
not gonna sit up
that's
here. I'm not gonna sit up here and give one kid Benny Hanna's and then I'm gonna just get the other one McDonald's because he's not my child. That just don't make no sense to me. It's just it's harsh at the end of the day, and it damn near relates to the story. Like it damn
McDonald's.
near relates to the story that we just went past. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But Meech,
Whoo.
you got time for news.
First of all, I'll be looking at her like she lost her rabbit ass mind.
wow.
But
This one I got to get.
Yeah, but that rabbit ass mine in a minute.
I say it all the time, but go ahead.
Precisely because you chose the action to step out of our marriage, but like the rest of the fellas said, the children didn't do anything in this situation. It doesn't affect my relationship with those kids. So would I treat them any differently if I was in that particular scenario? No, because why bring the kids into why bring kids into grown up drama?
Facts.
Great analogy.
You know what? Talk your shit, Meech. That you get to talk your shit tonight.
Right, because I guarantee you, if the shoe was on the other foot, the women, which not you two women, but I'm just saying women, because before y'all tear my head off, I'm just saying not y'all.
They was coming.
Yeah. I felt it coming in the atmosphere.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking that way.
I'm just saying I felt the festivity rise in y'all faces. So
Not at all.
yeah, it did. But anyway, because like I say, women they gonna do some cold shit. Like I say, if I come in with one twin and the other twin ain't mine, they still gonna treat the kid like they're still hers, and they gonna cook for her and the kids, and I'm sitting in the motherfucking den, and they just gonna be like, oh, I didn't know you was home, bitch. I was home. I just seen you in the bathroom, you funky bastard. How you cook just 2 pork chops? You just cold motherfucker. Why you take me back if you gonna keep punishing me like this?
Damn.
Okay.
I will say this. At the end of the day, like everybody has said so far, the kids are the innocent ones in this whole ordeal. As a man, if you decide to stay, knowing that one twin is not yours, and you decide to pull some fuck shit, you are a fuck ass, punk ass man for that. Because at the end of the day, you chose to stay, and now you're treating that kid wrong, and that's not right. Because that kid had nothing to do with it at all. If you're gonna be mad at the wife, but then you can't be mad at the wife if you decided to fucking stay. No.
Disagree.
You can be mad. You can be mad.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You can be mad. But you ever heard that thing of forgiving someone and they constantly throwing it back up in their face. You
I
never
do it a
forgave
lot.
them.
I do
You
it a
can't.
lot. Yes,
What?
yes,
But
yes,
you
yes,
can't.
yes.
You
No.
can't do that.
You
Once
can't do
you
that.
forgive a person, you can't continue to throw it back up in their face.
The fuck I can't. Shit.
I mean, you can do it, but it's a fucked up situation because you never forgave me, and
Because
now
like I
it's
said,
something you want to hold over my
If
head.
Z come if Z cheat on me and she be like, "Oh babe, we out of toothpaste," I wonder if that nigga was brushing his teeth. I don't give a fuck. Shit, I'm on your head. This is every given good
But you
God
can't
given
But
time.
do
I'm
that.
on your.
why would you stay then?
Yeah,
I
what's
don't.
the point?
But if
You
you
know,
can't
I
forgive the person,
mean,
why
I gotta
stay?
still get all my anger out, but I'm still staying. Because like I said,
But that's some shit you should
But
do
that doesn't make
before
sense.
you
Why
decide
would-
to stay.
truth be told, but I'm still staying because I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna
But
ride.
why drag her through all this after she did what she did? You're gonna drag her and then stay
And you're
with her?
just gonna remain there.
Like it doesn't make because at the end of the day, you know what it looks like. You look like the fucking fool instead of her because your dumb ass stayed when you could have just fucking left.
Period.
Plain and simple.
First of all, I ain't done. Two,
I wasn't talking about you. I was
oh,
saying,
okay. Because I felt
Oh,
the
Lord
negativity
Jesus.
aimed directly at me. I
No.
just felt it at me. But I'm just saying, it's just a simple fact that it's just a simple fact for me. It's just like I don't think that's ever gonna be let go because it's just a simple fact that you're just gonna walk around. Yeah, you're gonna see these kids. You're gonna see them as your kids, but in the back of your mind, one of them is not yours. And at the same time, that shit may not directly go on the kids, but you're gonna look at that woman and just be like,
but if you're treating that kid wrong,
that's what I said. I'm not treating the kids wrong.
But hold on, listen to what I'm saying because that's what she said in the letter.
Okay.
If you're treating that kid wrong at an early age, right? That means you're gonna continue to do it as they get older. Eventually, hold on, it just might. But kids remember a lot of shit from when they're younger. I'm just gonna put it out there.
True.
So what I'm saying is,
I still remember ass whooping. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is that kid's gonna remember the time where you treated them different from their sibling.
Remember,
And even if he gets over it,
you whoop my ass,
he will not get over that treatment.
Right? They won't, and that is considered a childhood trauma. So it's either you're gonna be there and do right or get the fuck on. But as the mother, she's supposed to protect both of her kids. If you can't treat them both the same and you said you were going to stay, then the best thing would be to get out of that relationship and take care of your kids.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Get out of that marriage.
Again, who's to say? Who's to say
papers.
that? Like I said, we don't know every nook and cranny of this lady's life.
No. But what I'm saying is, but if she's saying that he's mistreating this child and treating this child different from the other, and you want to protect that child,
in that case, yeah,
if
you got to
want to protect that child, then guess what? If he can't treat them both the same when he chose to stay, you as an adult, as a woman, need to protect your children from that type of behavior. That means you get up and you leave.
Okay.
Plain and simple. I'm not saying, keep him away from his kids, but take yourself out of that relationship. He can be a father to his child, but you don't have to be in a marriage with that person.
You can co-parent if that be the case.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It's easier said than done, but
I mean, let's just say, okay, he is definitely wrong for treating the kids the way he's treating the kids, but she's definitely the con or the source of why this situation's even going on the way it's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
So we're not going to sit here. We're not going to sit here and excuse.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying she's innocent whatsoever. Because at this point, now I'm just looking at the child. Because she's fucked up for what she did.
If you're just
But I'm
looking at the
looking
child,
at the
okay, I understand that.
No,
like I said, I'm not saying you should treat these children no.
No. You shouldn't at all. But what I'm saying is this.
But I am gonna treat that woman a little different.
If you did some fucking shit, you deserve what you get. But if you tell me you forgive me and you choose to stay with me, and then you sit up there and you treat one child differently from the other, I, as a parent, need to protect my child's feelings from you. But that means if I need to move me and my children from the situation, then that's what I will do.
You're right for that.
Say whatever you want about
I agree with that. But what if he treats
Right.
you different, though? What if he treats just you different?
If he treat me differently, that's different because it ain't got nothing to do with the kids. That's all.
That's all I was explaining. That's all I was explaining to begin
It's the same. It really is the same thing though, because at the end of the day, she can go out and find another man that's going to treat her and her two kids equally.
Exactly.
But of course she can, because the simple fact that she didn't do this to that man at the end of the day. Yes,
Well,
I
that's
get
what I'm
all
saying.
that, B. I
But
get all that
here's
shit, but
the
I'm just
thing.
saying in general though. Like
But-
as a man, you're gonna be
But
upset
wait, time
because
out.
when you look at both of these twins,
Time
when
out.
you realize you're not biologically the father
Time
of both.
out.
Go ahead.
We don't know what led up to her cheating.
Oh shit.
We can't.
No.
we can't do-
Listen to
we
what I'm
can't-
saying.
we
No.
can't-
I get it, but
Listen, we don't know what led up to the cheating. What I'm saying is that it could be a number of things. I'm not saying he cheated, so don't go there, Aaron, because I'm not saying that he cheated. It could have been a whole bunch of shit. It could have been she was lonely. It could have been anything. Vice versa. If it was vice versa, it'd be the same thing. What I'm saying is this: whatever you feel or have against me, don't take it out on my fucking kids.
I get that, but we can't.
We get it, but
we can't defend. We can't defend her stepping out her marriage.
I'm not defending
no
that.
one is
But
defending her
I'm
at
not
all.
defending
That last
but-
piece. That last piece, we can't. That last piece, we can't go there. We can't.
No,
we
no,
can't
no.
pull that part
Like
out.
I said, kids
Wait,
are-
hold
like I
on.
said,
But
kids
we
are
can.
already
That's not
already said that.
defense for cheating.
But
though.
it's not defending. All I'm saying is she didn't go into great detail as to why she did what she did. That's all I was. That's the only point I was making. I'm not saying that she is valid for stepping out of her relationship. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that she's not valid at all. That's the one thing I will say. She's not valid at all. I make that point. What I'm saying is this though. We don't know what led up to that situation, so I'm not going to go there. But what I will say is this: if you forgive me, and move the fuck on. Don't mistreat my kids. Because if you mistreat my kids, I'm getting my kids and I'm getting the fuck on. I'm not going to sit here and let you mistreat my child because you feel some fucking type of way after you said you would be there. I'm not doing that. Plain and simple.
but even with that example, true, it could have been a possibility. She could have been lonely, but that just brings up the ever so lasting question. If you was lonely, then why take your vows? Why take your vows in front of God in the first place?
Not necessarily.
Maybe it wasn't in front of God though. Maybe it's in front of the justice of the peace.
I mean, okay, if you was lonely, then leave the marriage. If you
And that's a very valid point.
I can't defend a cheater because
I'm
not defending her.
But you are though, because you are in a sense you are.
No.
But hear my point out. Hear my point real quick.
Hear your point. I'm gonna hear your point, and then I'm gonna check you on it. Go ahead.
You just said that we don't know the reason why she cheated. She could have been lonely. That sounds like an excuse to me. That sounds like defense to me, Johnny Cochran.
Because I'm gonna prove my point. Hold on. Let him finish.
If the dick don't fit, you must have quit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's defending it, but what I am saying.
Time out. No. Gerald, let him finish.
Go ahead.
Let me say what I gotta say.
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Go ahead, Professor.
So it's okay for me to say we don't know what led up to that, right? But it's okay for you to say in a previous story, well, we don't know if the man did this and blah, blah, blah. It's the same fucking thing. You can't do it. You can't fucking do it. If I can't do it, you can't fucking do it.
We're talking about cheating. We're talking about cheating in a marriage versus paying responsibility. It's not the same shit.
It's the same shit because at the end of the day, we don't have all the details. It's what I'm saying.
Me taking care of my kids versus me cheating on my wife is two different things.
It's the same shit in the fact that we don't have all the details. So you can't sit up there and say, well, I don't know what he did and I can't blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I can't say I don't know what led her up to that. And it's an issue. Because at the point, listen, only thing I said was I don't know what led up to her cheating. But I never said that I agreed with her cheating at all. I said she was wrong on every level. The only thing I said was I don't know what led up to that situation.
Why does that matter though?
So why does it matter if we don't know the whole situation of why he didn't give her the fucking money for the stimulus? That's
the observation.
Like I say, let's just be honest here. I mean, the cheating aspect of it is horrible. Like I said, regardless if you took your vows in front of a fucking minister or the justice of the peace, you still stepped out your vows and did what you did. But like I said, just for the simple fact that
you had kids with a woman, and you were supposed to take care of them, and then you didn't.
Okay, but but like I said, that's why I said that's some to me.
I'm talking to Aaron.
Okay.
He had. We're talking about this story and the last story because he had one kid with the woman. The woman just happened to have two kids.
No. The woman, she said kids. That means
petty as fuck.
If I go back and read the story, she said kids, KIDS. which means multiple, right?
Hey, she did. It did say kids, but
It
at the
said
same
kids.
time, but like I said, one
said
don't have to
kids.
do with other because, like I said, Sheena stepped out and cheated, and then the other story is basically
He just
he's
wasn't
not
taking
taking
care of
care
his
of his kids.
responsibility. He was already on child support.
But regardless of the
He was
fact,
taking
He was on
regardless of
child
the
support and
that
went
man
paying
is an
child support.
asshole.
So what's the difference?
We got
The difference is this:
It's-
the man is an asshole for treating one kid differently than the other. So
And that's
therefore,
what I said.
that's all I was saying. That's all
I
I'm saying.
never agreed or said that it was right for her to cheat. I said she was wrong. That was the valid point. The only thing I said is I don't know what made her cheat. I'm not saying that it was right. I never said it was right. I just wanted to know what was the like. She didn't give us great details of why she cheated. It's the only thing.
What does it matter? What was the reason? It
It
shouldn't
was
matter.
still
Why-
but that's what my
Basically, you saying this shit.
question
It's basically okay. So
Why is
Aaron, you
her
basically
bringing
saying
that
there's no
up?
reason. There's no reason for cheating when you're in a marriage. Is what you're saying, right?
There's no there's I have a non-negotiable for cheating in a relationship. So why am I
Okay,
going to tolerate cheating in a marriage?
okay. I'm gonna
Go
let you
ahead,
get that
Heather.
off, but go ahead, Evan.
No, I have a question. Why does Patrice bringing that up or just mentioning that is an automatic defense of her cheating? That's what I want to know. Why is
Well,
that?
I just simply
It
asked.
was just an
I
observation.
simply made
We was all on the same page until she said that we don't know the reason why she cheated.
But we're still on the same page because we all agree that her cheating
True,
is
but
wrong,
it's-
point
it's-
blank, period.
It's still at the shoe on the other foot. I feel like men will be crucified for this type of shit. But the fact that
But I never said she was wrong. Wasn't wrong. Is what I'm saying.
I give up, but I'm just saying I give up.
I know
All
what
I'm
you're
saying
trying
is,
to say,
we
but
don't
that's
know.
not what it
Okay,
is.
The
okay.
whole sentence
All right,
of
right.
why the sentence of we don't know why she cheated. I feel like we need to just take that out the text.
But
But
why?
that's the same thing as saying that we don't know why he didn't
Okay.
pay his child support, or we don't know why he didn't give the money from the stimulus. You
It's
said
all
the same thing. It's the
observation.
same
It's
thing.
all
It's from
there.
observation.
All right,
Okay.
whatever, y'all. I'm not gonna.
All right,
It's-
all right. We got that. We got it out.
Go to
We
the
got it
comments,
out.
Jay.
We go.
Because it's a lot.
We
actually.
go into the comments.
Oh, I guarantee it's gonna
love
be a
this
lot.
show. Yeah, I love this show. Z says, "Wowzers." Yes, it's definitely a doozy for that one. Z also said, "Children should not feel the wrath of adults' actions." This is very true. Dave is in the building. What the deal, Dave? I see you.
What's happening, Dave?
He says he agrees with the gents. So there you have it. And then Patty goes on to say, "Well, damn, my opinion, I agree. Either some love and attention to both, or it's time to work out visitation and put the marriage on hold. Therapy should be taken prior to a divorce determination, and see can he get past his hurt and love the entire family, or if he can't." Oh, you motherfuckers about made me put my glasses on. This is bullshit here. Eli says science, life, and faith battling with sperm and eggs like double dutch.
You gotta go to the court, man.
But it is scientifically possible. I can't remember what the name of it is, but a woman can have twins with two different fathers. But I know one of the twins came out like, "Fuck this drama."
If not both.
Damn.
If not both.
Because like they
Patty
think
says,
alike.
scientifically and medically speaking, the scenario is very possible and more common than people think. That's a
Facts.
fact. Because I ain't gonna lie,
Definitely.
I didn't know that shit existed to this show. But Z says, "Wait, what happened to Aaron's opinion if it was a boyfriend?"
If I was a boyfriend, I'm leaving at the end of the day. Like I'll take care of my child, but I'm out of here.
I'm assuming this is Stacy saying, "Hey, UTR and
Yeah.
chat."
Hey, Stacy.
Yo,
Hey,
yo.
Saw a little bit of that show too. Eli says, "Agree. You are absolutely correct, but it's still a mouthful. I might cry before I smile if that was me."
I think a lot of people would cry before they smile.
True. Dave says he's a piece of shit. Honestly, you choose to stand by your wife, but not her fatherless child.
I agree with that. That's
nice.
Dave, talk your shit.
Patty says not just the two pork chops though, with laughing emojis. Z says, "Hey, she's responding to someone in the chat. I can't. She's responding to Stacy. I'm sorry. She's responding to Stacy." Patty says, "And that's why I don't forgive Patrice, because if you could do something to me, I wouldn't do to you, why forgive? But I'm petty, so don't pay me no mind.
Girl, I'm petty than a motherfucker too.
Eli Eli says there's no limits on forgiveness when petty and asshole is a thing. I agree with Rebel. I ain't say it was right, but I understand. Just joking. It ain't a joke to agree with me, man. That's crazy. But anyway, Ashley Bianca's in the building. Hey,
What up,
Ashley.
Oh,
How you doing, girl? She say, hey, y'all. But anyway, if I'm on, Eli goes on to say, if I'm on the toilet and she says, if I want sausages with my eggs, I'm going to yell out, choose a better word, ma'am. But I take bacon instead. Flushes toilet, forget to wash hands on purpose, and give her a cheeky ass kiss and hug.
Go to
To the
the corner
corner.
now.
You nasty
Take
bastard.
your nasty ass to the corner. You
Get some hand sanitizer too.
Take
yeah,
it.
and wash your hands before you go to my corner too. Anyway,
I'm waiting to see
Eli
it.
also goes on to say,
Oh,
I'm big petty, but always treat the kids right. Fuck her. She can kick rocks with a golden retriever.
Facts.
damn, a golden retriever. Shit.
The last,
Dave says, so who won? Who won what, bro? What you talking about?
the women won because I gave up, bro.
Oh yeah, the women won this one. The women won this one because you know we're not on that shit. But anyway,
Oh,
Ashley
That ain't shit.
Bianca says, laughing my ass off, not the golden retriever. And Patty says, laugh out loud, we still don't corners.
I mean, we still do corners.
Yeah, we still do corners.
It's
I
active.
didn't well shit. You
just
got me.
the bars closed
I'm
at
just
the
saying
corner.
the way
The bar's closed.
I'm just saying, Patty, the way you got me doing this shit, my GED done flared up. I thought I missed a couple classes. But anyway, okay, so she corrected herself. All right, we got these comments out. On to the next question, Professor, if you please. I think I'm gonna keep my glasses on because y'all got me reading fucked up.
Well,
right
you
now.
need to put some hearing aids on because it ain't a question, it's a story.
She on one
Read
tonight.
the shit.
She is on one tonight, bro.
Pissing me off.
I'm gonna say nice. We didn't say read the question twice. I'm just saying.
Read this. Okay, I'm sorry. Read the goddamn story.
Surely I don't have admin powers. I'll kick her out this live show. Like, yeah, she on one tonight. Bro.
Hey, guess what? I got all the fucking stories.
Goddamn, I'm just saying.
We'll come up with our own stories.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I'll wait.
oh, no.
All right, so check it out. Go ahead, it's on you, Christine. All right, I'm sorry.
Bring that back. I want to hear them.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else still want to
It
hear
was a
them.
G.I. Jane joke. Damn. Bring your ass
You
back.
gonna change your
Who
name
told
again?
you I was bald headed under here?
You not though. We see you.
Okay, I'm not. You're right. I'm not. But anyways, moving on.
Wait for Aaron's name change in a minute.
Right. Dear UTR, I would do my name change, but at the moment, my G and my H and my backspace is tripping on my laptop.
Matter of fact, I got one too.
Okay, wait, let me read this.
Here we
Wait. Before you even start, let me get these last ones out real quick.
Okay.
Eli says, "Yep, come on to the dark side." Patty said, "I'm on my way." We got honey, and Eli goes on to say, "We got honey buns and enchiladas here, big dog." That is a
Y'all gonna do this
y'all
again.
stomachs is
Y'all
about to
got
be fucked in that.
Right.
Shit.
You got
Y'all
BG.
honey
Honey
buns
buns
and
and
enchiladas. Ooh.
Y'all about to be shitting bricks, but we about to go on for these.
Wait,
I don't know about that
no,
combination.
Gerald, she hit him with the chicken or beef.
Chicken.
I'm so done.
Cool is
Wait.
good. Let's go, Professor. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
dear
Aaron, I'm not
UTR,
playing.
I'm a 43-year-old bachelor man living the high life until one weekend of endless partying. I met a 27-year-old and hit it off with her, but after getting to know her, I think she might be my daughter. I never knew her as she showed me a picture of her mom, and I realized her mother was my first everything. But she suddenly moved during our senior year in high school. I had asked her about her dad, but she said she never met him. I reached out to her mother on social media to meet and talk. She instantly said no and to stay away from her daughter and blocked me. Now I have no way of knowing whether she is my daughter or not. What am I to do? Please help. Sign. I think I had sex with my daughter.
Keep your dick in your pants. You nasty little fuck. Let me explain something.
Son of a bitch.
That is fucking crazy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need a drink. Everybody take a drink.
That is fucking
I have water,
crazy.
but okay.
Hey, look, hey, bro.
Where's your drink at? You need
I'm
a
not
drink
even
for
gonna
this
lie.
one.
This is an
Okay,
unusual
well.
to me. I ain't got no answer for you on
Go
this
ahead,
one, bro.
Henry.
That is fucking
The
crazy.
women can go first on this one.
Yeah,
Please, ladies,
Okay,
if you
here's
can.
the thing. I can't be mad at him because he didn't know.
Oh, buddy.
Listen, I can't be mad at him because he didn't know. If you go and you sleep with a woman or somebody, and after sleeping with them, she tells you about her mother and all this bullshit, I can't be mad at him because he didn't know. He said she moved all of a sudden, and this is what happened. Now you can say this. Well, you knew you was too old, and you shouldn't have fucking slept with her, and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing, though. Older men sleep with younger women and vice versa. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
All right.
If she didn't look like your girl that you had in high school, if she didn't resemble her, if she didn't look like nobody from your family, although you should have asked these fucking questions before you slept with her.
The
Now,
fuck I would. Go ahead.
but
Who's
it's
your
like
mama?
it's one of those things where people. That's the thing. A lot of people don't talk before they sleep with people. They
True.
don't.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay.
A lot of people don't talk before they
Okay.
sleep with people. So you end up sleeping with people and then find out you're related to them, that your daughter, your cousin, your auntie, your sister, your brother, and uncle, and everything were in between. Now, I feel like, I mean, it's a lot missing to this story, in my opinion.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because, are y'all in the same hometown? You said she moved away. Did this girl ever like remind you of someone? Like, did she look like the chick that you dated in high school? Does she look like she can be related to you? It's a lot of shit. It's like you don't fucking know, and that's a problem. A lot of people don't fucking ask questions before you sleep with somebody. That's just
Before we go on, can you read the story one more time?
For the people who did.
okay.
Read it for the people in the back.
I'm gonna sit back and drink on this one because this.
Dear UTR, I'm a 43-year-old bachelor man living the high life until one weekend of endless partying. I met a 27-year-old and hit it off with her, but after getting to know her, I think she is my daughter. I never knew her as she showed me a picture of her mom. I realized then she was my first everything. But she suddenly moved during our senior year in high school. I asked about her. I asked about her dad, but she said she never met him. I reached out to her mom on social media to meet up and talk. She instantly said no and stay away from my daughter and blocked me. Now I have no way of knowing whether she is my daughter. What am I to do? Please help. Sign. I think I had sex with my daughter.
Well,
Okay, so partying endlessly, he's not at fault. I would say
that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but shit. I mean,
I think it was a little too late. Y'all sat up there and discussed everything after y'all had sex. Like, that's some shit y'all should discuss beforehand.
True, but like I said, there
what I'm saying is shit happened. I wasn't finished.
Right. Okay. But I'm just saying this to this sense. It's just the simple fact that he already told you to stay away from her daughter. You didn't even ask about her fucking daughter. That's the crazy part. So the simple and that's the way I'm looking at it. It's like, okay, you asked to meet up and talk, and you just automatically just said, no, we can't.
But stay
away from her. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but this is the question that needs to be asked. Did you have sex with her after she showed you her mom's picture or before? That's what I need to know.
I don't think of endless partying and he met her, that her mom came up in the conversation. I think
look, they had sex, and then afterwards she sat there talking about, so this is my mama.
No, I'm just thinking that.
No. I'm trying to figure it out. That's what I'm saying.
So there's a possibility. There's a possibility that he hit it off with this girl and possibly thought it could be something else more than just sex. And as she started talking about her family, he realized some shit. Oh yeah, I know a dude named Demetrius. Yeah. Oh, I know a dude named Aaron.
Hold up, bro. Tell you,
I'm just it ain't literally
don't
about
use me in your fucking story, bro. Keep my fucking name out your fucking mouth.
Hold up. I will, okay? Okay? I will. Now, like I was saying, I will. But I'm just saying, you motherfuckers is crazy. But it's just whoa. That's all I can say is whoa. That's fucking crazy.
All I'm gonna say is this: we're only on story number 4, and it's been an hour. We might have to do a part 2 to this.
Oh, most
It's
definitely,
definitely
most
gonna be a
definitely. So
part
y'all,
two.
so
Might
y'all
have
heard
to
it
be
there,
a
folks.
part 2 to
It's
this.
know
definitely
what?
about to be a part 2 to this. So y'all come back.
I'm very disappointed in your time with these stories though. By being Father's Day weekend, and we over here having
Oh
fathers sleep with
shit!
daughters.
I didn't even think about that.
Uh, fathers not paying
Wait,
their
see, here's the thing. I was
All
responsibilities.
stories
confused.
about
So you
bad
got
fathers.
Father's Day. Oh wait, hold on, time out. Let me just make this clear right now. To everybody that make a Father's Day post tomorrow, none of you motherfuckers better say, "Oh, I'm the father to my." Let these men enjoy their fucking day, because you women have
No, for
everything.
real.
You have motherfucking Mother's Day. You have Valentine's Day. You have all that shit. Let these men have their fucking day.
Every
Period.
every other day except for Father's Day, I got 364. So what are we
Listen,
talking about?
I am
Talk
here
your
for
shit,
the
eh?
men on
Talk
this
your
Thank
shit,
you,
one.
brother.
thank you.
Talk
Okay?
your shit, brother.
The good daddy.
And happy Father's Day to you, Aaron, because
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day, my
Yes,
dude.
happy Father's Day,
Gerald,
my
happy Father's
brother.
Day to you, because you're not a biological father, but you are
But I
father
got
to
3
very
babies.
beautiful
I
women.
got 3 kids. Yes, I
Me,
do.
happy Father's Day to you, because you got nephews, and I know that you helped raise them. And happy Father's Day to anybody out there, whether you are a biological father or a step-in father, a stepfather, an uncle, or
Father
anything like
figure.
that. Happy Father's Day to y'all. Okay.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Now,
Uh,
back
Okay,
on now
back
back
to
to
the
this
story.
bullshit. Now back to this fucking story.
I,
Back
I
to the
would say,
fuckery.
and I would say this: if I'm in Miami for the weekend, or I went to Cancun or Tulum for the
I'm in
weekend,
Miami, bitch.
I mean, and I happen to hit it off with a young lady, and I happen to sleep with her. Of course, we're not having no
16,
type of. We ain't having
16
no type
years
of.
younger than you, mind you. Go ahead.
I mean,
Mm.
no
But
one's
didn't we have that discussion earlier, Aaron?
We're
When I
not
said it don't matter the age?
it do matter the age, but I mean, at
It
the end
do,
of the
but it
day,
don't. It
it
do, but it
do.
don't.
It no, it do because if she's in the same type of places I am, I'm not in the same places as these underage girls. So the question is, where are you going to seek out your women first? That's my first question.
That's
But
Mm.
crazy.
secondly,
Is she like,
A lot
you
of
gotta
older
look at
dudes do
the
that.
age difference though. What are we talking? Is she in her early 20s,
we
her
we don't
30s?
we
No,
don't
no,
know that. We
no,
don't
no,
know
no.
that.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta kind of,
She said
after you think
I
about
thought
it
she
and say
said
what
she
you
was
said, you gotta try
27.
to gauge it. Like,
I thought you
Did she
said she
say
was
she was
27.
27
Yeah,
I thought
she
she
just
said she
said
was
she was
27.
27.
now, or when she started messing with her dad?
Oh,
I mean, she's
damn.
27. No, no, no.
This
It's
is
the
this
guy
is
that wrote the story. It's the guy that wrote the story, and she's
Okay,
27.
okay. Well,
Okay,
she
but
said
we
she's
don't know
27.
his
So.
age though.
And remember, he said she moved away. His first everything moved away in high school.
Okay,
So we
so
don't
maybe
know where she moved to, and now they at where they at. So we don't necessarily know like where she was raised. Like, it's a lot that comes with that. Is all I'm saying.
you
yeah,
you really can't fault him for messing with this girl
Exactly.
on a
but
weekend
damn, it's like,
on
but
a
damn,
weekend
it's
eternal trip.
like, okay, like, but it's like after you done did it, how do you even remotely look like the same?
It's called
It's
therapy.
going to be uncomfortable regardless.
But
If
like
that's your
Pretty much,
daughter,
how
it's
do you?
going to be fucking uncomfortable.
it's almost like dating your
Sounds like
cousin, or
it
it's
is.
like dating your cousin. You find out that's your cousin. Like
I
you
ain't
meet
never
this.
dated a cousin and found out I'm a
I mean,
cousin.
but these things are common these days because a lot of times these families are broken up
Now
and
more so
split
than
up.
ever.
And it's not common for me because that sound really really bad.
Because I was like, that shit definitely ain't coming for me,
But
or
I'm
people I
saying
know
this,
for that matter.
the stories are more common these days, where you might meet a woman and you might have words with the woman, or you might even go further than that, and then come to find out you start going to family reunions and stuff. You're like, oh damn, that was my cousin, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I
Listen,
mean, I think the better question is what happened after the fact. is a better question.
And that's true. And I'm gonna just tell this story real quick.
He continue.
Look, I'm gonna tell this story.
That's
real quick.
terrible. That's nasty as fuck.
Horrible.
It is,
My
but,
mother,
hey,
my mother.
he don't know for sure.
For those of
but
y'all who
good.
don't know, Mama Cookie's adopted, right? And we found her family on Facebook. Now we found her family on Facebook, and you know we're hitting them up and we're talking. My cousin, who is her sister's son, says, "Oh, I can't wait to go, Kelly. Oh, that girl over there, she fine. Blah 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 blah. Nigga, I am your cousin. I am your cousin." And
They
then the
don't
whole
give a
demeanor
damn.
changed because he didn't know I was his cousin. He just like, "Oh, that girl's in Cali. When I get to Cali, I want to meet her." But then you let them know, like, "Bruh, I'm your cousin." So shit can happen. It definitely can happen. But it's all about timing.
Okay. Well, speaking of time, it's time to go to the comments. So, all right. So we gonna go to Eli. He says chicken with queso sauce to make the turd come out smooth. Nah, actually, it's vegetables, bro. But anyway, jambalaya rice in the pot if you build different. Okay.
Eli, can I get a plate?
You're gonna stay in that corner.
Ashley Bianca says, "Wait, so he fucking his daughter?"
It's a possibility.
He read it.
Definitely a possibility.
It's some old boy shit.
So Dave goes on to say, "They broke the show with that one. Did we really? Did we really?"
I mean, everybody was in shock.
Melanin Madam Inc. says, "Oh my God, are these real?" Let me explain something to you, sweetheart. No one on this staff or our staff is that fucking talented. Believe
Yes,
me.
they are real.
I know these. They are real.
They're real.
Everybody on this staff is that talented.
The
Believe
shit the
me.
people send us. Let's just put it
The
out
shit
there.
that people send us, believe me.
You'll be surprised.
Miss Ashley says, "Be right back. I'm calling child services." God damn. That man
I
don't
was
even
trying
know.
to keep a brother down. Well, I think he a brother.
Patty
It's only
says,
some brother
"Sex with
shit.
who?" Patty says, "Sex with who?"
You
Yeah.
heard it right.
Yeah,
You heard it
read
right.
that correct.
Z says, "This is why women need to inform men when they get pregnant, and men need to be a part of the child's life to prevent situations like this."
Big fucking facts.
Woo.
Eli comes back and says, "Say what? Can y'all repeat that story, please? Huh? What the fuck?" You heard it twice. So
Right.
Ashley Bianca says, laughing my ass off. He knew
He
he knew they looked alike before he took his dick out. I'm not buying it. Bro is as a fucking creep. You pushing it, Ash. I don't know. It's a possibility he didn't. All right, to the
mama's baby, daddy's
all right,
baby.
to the next one. Patty says jambalaya better have shrimp, then I'm down. Melanie says, so he had her at 16. It happens. Eli goes back and says, "Hey man, what undercover brother say? Caucasian overload. We saying he did the scene that was in that one David Spade movie, man. Why you talking like Terrence Howard? Look here, man. Let me tell you something, man. David Spade, man.
You're coming all out, I see.
I just want to know how you get called daddy after being called daddy, man. To guard my bad, man. Going bad, man. Let me explain. I'm going back to the corner, man.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Eli says, with the extra razzle dazzle, I got you, gang. Z says, happy Father's Day to the fellas. Patty comes back and says, but for real though, who talks about their immediate family when having a dick, pussy, and get down session? And age wise, when younger, I dated older. Now I'm married to my wife who's 8 under me.
Years. 8 years under.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's 8 years, but 8 years under me. So sexual attraction can go beyond age. True.
Indubitably.
Speaking about actual adults, not underage shit.
Vacation.
Mama Cookie in the building. Hey,
Hey,
let's get to it, Mama. It's all she says it's all bullshit. But on another note, happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers out there. Patrice, stop talking shit.
You know why she said
thank
that?
you,
No,
thank you,
Aaron, you're not going to say thank you. Hold on.
thank you.
You're not going to say thank you when I tell you why she said that.
Oh my god.
She said that because we had that discussion when I said all these women that's going to be out there talking about it's my day, I'm the kid's father. I get it, you're a single mother and you raise your kids to the mother and the father, but give the men their day. And she's telling me no, that's bullshit. So you might want to stop saying thank you.
Okay.
And moving on. Oh, she also said hello, my
She
love.
also says, Mama Cookie also says, hello, my loves. Hi,
Hi, Mama.
Mama. We love you over here. As Bianca says, somebody inbox me profile. I gotta see this shit for myself. No,
Can't do it.
You
Can't
don't
do
want
it.
that.
you will
Can't
not know
do
who
it.
this is. Yes, these are people in our fucking group that watches the show and actually enjoys the show. But we not telling you who they are, so you can go do that.
She meant to
Mama
say
Cookie says, Heather, I'm so glad you are doing well.
Thank you, Mama Cookie. COVID couldn't keep me down.
Z says Terrence Howard how. Tell me Terrence Howard, laugh out loud, I'm dead.
I think we all
And Eli says, hey man.
Hey man, hey man.
Hey man,
I'm gonna find it. You know I can find you bitches one time.
You did that too well.
To the
Y'all ready?
to the next story. I said
Y'all
it right
ready?
this time.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Ooh.
let's go.
I'm a 22-year-old female and I've been dating my boyfriend since high school. We recently found out that I'm 3 months pregnant, so I told my best friend and she didn't seem too happy. And I couldn't understand why. Every time I would bring up him or the baby, she would catch an attitude. At first, I thought she was just jealous because I wasn't hanging with her as much. But then I started realizing he was always gone all the time. So one day I decided to follow him and we ended up at my best friend's house. So now I know why my best friend has been acting so jealous. I waited in my car for him to get out and walk to the door so I could cuss them both out. But when the door opened, it wasn't my best friend, it was her sister. And he had been messing around with her and me. And here's the kicker, she's pregnant too. I guess the question is, should I stay with my man or stop talking to my friend or leave them both alone and raise my baby on my own? Signed, too pregnant to be stressed.
Okay, two
Leave them
pregnant.
both? Like, are you?
Okay,
Wait a
two
minute.
pregnant.
I don't know about y'all, but who thought that
Right?
he was fucking with the best friend and not the sister? Was it just me?
No,
I did.
I did. But okay, too pregnant to be stressed. You wasn't too pregnant to follow this man. And who the fuck is we? We didn't
We
follow
is
nobody.
her and the baby. What the hell?
No, you followed the baby. Baby don't even know where the fuck he going at this point. So
I'm not playing with you.
you decided to follow this fucking baby. You decided to follow this man. And I mean, yeah, he fucked up for doing what he did. But how you too pregnant to be stressed, but you weren't too pregnant to follow him? You probably was just on some other shit at this point. But like I said,
I mean,
but
you know them
to
hormones kick
but to answer
in.
the question, all jokes aside, if you still foresee a future, but at the same time, he is fucking your best friend's. What was it? What was it? A sister? It was a sister.
Sister.
Okay, so he's fucking your best friend's sister. So y'all at the family barbecue
Mm, mm, mm.
ain't gonna be good because, like I said, the fucking siblings are gonna be like, "Well, my daddy do this, my daddy do that." Okay, well, your daddy is. But like I said, the only thing you can really do is not because you can't really blame your fucking friend. But then again, you can because she's upset because he done got her sister pregnant. So what is you two do at this point?
I feel like this. I feel like I want to be like, I'm cool off you and my best friend because if she was acting funny towards me when I was talking about the baby and him, you knew that my dude was fucking your sister.
Preach.
Mm.
And you didn't tell me because as my best friend, it ain't about your sister who I'm worried about. It's about my dude. If he was being unloyal and disloyal to me by fucking with your sister, then you should have said something.
A long time ago.
Like you said, Aaron, a long time ago. Because guess what? I can move the fuck on. That's another man. But you know, you my friend, and we've been ride or die since like grade school. Why the fuck couldn't you tell me my man ain't shit and he doing blah blah blah?
Why are you in the dark?
Cause I am Misty Blue.
I thought you was a YG.
I just feel like
Damn.
I just feel like it's some bullshit, and I can't trust my best friend. I can't trust my man, and fuck her sister.
Can't trust nobody in this situation.
I feel like at this point, girl,
they
move
all-
on with your life, co-parent it, and get the fuck on.
Who?
Co-parent.
Oh, let's say
Move
call
the
Planned
fuck
Parenthood. I'm like, damn, you want her to abort the baby?
No. I said co-parent. Hello,
Oh.
co-parent, and move the fuck on, because at this point, your man ain't shit. I don't give a fuck if you think dick is too bomb. Your man ain't shit, okay? He ain't shit. Your best friend ain't shit, and her sister ain't shit. Fuck all three of them and do what you got to do for your child.
All three of them is
Plain and
trifling
simple.
at this point.
That part.
I think we all in agreement, except for I'm in the dark going brazy. If you want to give your opinion, we want to hear it, bro.
I gave my fucking opinion. I was about to say shit.
Or did.
I gave it. But I'll come back to the light. But like I was saying, be perfectly honest with you here. All of you are right. The best friend is really at fault for this because, like I said, if you're my bestie and you knew all this was happening and you didn't fucking say anything, yes, I would be fucking totally upset. Totally. So, yeah. I ain't really got nothing to say about it because, like I said, I just want to know who the fuck is we at this point. But
I'm just like this. Like
I'm gonna have a drink on that one.
I'm just like this. Like the whole best friend scenario is like you really did showcase that role very well. Like you really did show more loyalty to
Very well. At all.
It's one of those fucked up situations where, like Meech saying, you show loyalty more to your sister than you did me, but I get it because that's your sister. But at the same time, you're your friend. A nigga ain't supposed to come between you and your friend or nobody else.
But let the nigga come between her and her sister.
What friend? Never mind. I saw Soul Food, so y'all go ahead and talk about y'all. I know what Faith did.
My husband.
we're not gonna go into that one.
That's what I'm saying. The family fucked her husband. So yes.
No, Gerald. It's the family out of the family in my house fucked my husband. Okay.
Well, it just so happened that this family wasn't in your house. This family stayed away 3 blocks away from you. This family you've known since grade school. Or known you since grade school.
Can this family go to the comments now?
Right. You got a lot of comments.
Actually, for myself.
Most definitely. Mama Payne say me. Also with the
Mama Payne.
I mean,
Time out. Mama Payne.
I'm sorry, Mama Cookie. Do not kill me. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm thinking about Payne right now. But
Probably talk about you.
That's a good
also with
question.
the lab, probably. Melanin says, poor friend caught in the middle.
Is this Melanin's first show?
No.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not. No.
She's caught our shows, but she's caught it afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, this is your
This is the first time tuning in live.
Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Look, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And no, this shit is not made up. These are real. Patty says, okay, I'll be back for the part deuce. Y'all be good. I'm going to get back to this money. See you when I see you. Get back to that bread. Ashley Bianca says, everybody got to go one band, one sound.
One bad voice.
Hold up.
I like that.
Dr. Lee.
Morning the music over here.
Oh.
Z says, if the best friend caught an attitude, that means she knew. Leave them all alone.
Big facts, Z.
Oh yeah,
Big
she
fucking
definitely
facts.
knew.
Mm. Um, Dave says, co-parent and move on. The whole unit is bad for business. Bad for
Agreed.
business, he said. Okay.
Yeah.
Melanie also says siblings are involved now. Can't avoid any of it. Unfortunately, maybe the friend was defensive
Defensive.
because it was two people she loved and babies involved. I would have set him up and got caught or whatever
You get caught.
to
Okay.
get caught.
Got you.
Ashley Bianca says everybody ain't shit. Fuck that.
Here we go with his thesis.
Like that.
Oh,
Now,
Oh, here we go.
Now I'm about to read this for you college people out there. Here we go. Huh? Why would you stop talking to your friend if the sister is the underlining reason? Laughing my ass off. She said, "Fuck you and that dirty
Pookie hoe.
Pookie hoe.
Pookie hoe.
What is a dirty pookie? You know what? And your bald headed mama. Wait, what if the friend didn't know this was going on? Just because it's in her house don't mean she was there when the act was done. If I heard that story right, but if she did, she backflipped off a moving train. She backflip off a moving train into a wagon filled of horseshoes.
Okay, wait. Time out before you go any further. Eli.
Horseshoes.
It clearly said that every time she brought up her baby or the boyfriend, the best friend caught her attitude. The bitch knew. I don't care how you put it. You can flip it, rub it down, backflip it. Oh no, all that bullshit. She knew.
Oh no!
She fucking knew.
Back it up, flip it, run it down to the next comment. Anyway, Mama Cookie says,
she definitely knew.
Ooh, they made Mama Cookie mad. She cursed.
I don't call it poor friend because that bitch wasn't a friend. She showed where her loyalty was at the end of the day. I want knowing to do what
I think she meant nothing.
I think she means nothing. I want nothing to do with none of them, but we will get a DNA just to make sure it was his and not the boyfriend, and we looking at child support.
Whoop, there it is.
Out. I must say now in my Bow Wow mean moment. Anyway, Ashley Bianca says, laughing. Can we block Eli, please? Enough is enough.
We can't block Eli.
You can't block
He's
him,
an
man. You can't
honorary
block him. You
member
can't
in
block
the
him.
corner.
Shit, he about the
Eli also goes on to say,
Right.
For the corner staff.
"Oh, my bad, Professor. Laughing. I heard that wrong. I keep saying I went to public school. I went to public school.
I went to public school. Hello, Professor.
I went to public school. I went to public
I
school.
was gonna say, don't say we all now. I was about to
I
go
didn't
too
say we
far.
all went.
Oh, somebody said we all. I was
went.
like, I think I heard
went to public school. I went to public school more
I went to
times than I
public
was
school.
allowed to. But I'm just saying.
I-
But
I graduated with a 3.5.
well, mine wasn't that high.
I did high school in 3 years instead of 4. Don't play with me.
I was in high school I was out of high school in 7 years instead of 4. How about that? And it should have been 8, but
Oh, that.
I went
Anybody
to night
else
school.
confused? His math ain't mathing.
I didn't graduate in 4.
Hey, bro, don't tell
Graduated in 7.
nobody else that story, bro.
Of course I will. Of course I
You're gonna
will.
leave high school alone.
Rebel.
Yeah, that's why I ain't going back. That's why I said fuck school.
No.
It was hard.
Stop. Because I didn't already made you look bad. I said I graduated in 3 years instead of 4. Stop.
No, I don't need to stop. Ain't no shame in my game.
Of course.
Graduated in 7. Yes, that's no sure did.
Oh, Lord.
But
Can
I'm
we
out.
get to the next story?
Go to the next story. I'm
How
ready.
about that?
Next.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Professor.
Okay.
After the show, we're gonna talk about what grades you redid a couple times because I'm.
He graduated from the 17th grade at this point.
No, I tell you right now, 6 and 8.
You did 6 and 8 over
Mm-hmm.
in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Next
No,
story.
middle school.
In high
Middle
school?
Story.
Oh.
Let's not even try to
Story,
figure it out.
please.
6 and 8, and,
Story.
and plus plus night school. I graduated in 7. So let's go.
Oh
I was a bad
Lord, it's
child.
math and
Go ahead,
blessings.
child.
What's in your cup,
Go
bro?
ahead.
Right, you need to put it down. Look,
Di
put it down.
Serrano, and lemonade.
That's a bomb ass combination. I ain't gonna even hold you. I got
Simply?
No, you got to try it, Double A. It's
Is
fire.
it simply lemonade?
Hey,
Yes, sir. Not
Let
the
me tell
spike
you-
one, regular lemonade. But
Y'all want to know what I got in my cup? I got classic margarita and rose vodka.
You got
It's
what?
nice.
You got
Classic
what?
margarita and vodka. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's an interesting combo.
All right, but before you get to the next story, let's get this last comment off. See the public school foolery showing, laughing. That 3.5 different in public school, man.
Man.
My,
Man.
oh, I'm sorry.
2.0 shake.
See, man, that's what I'm saying, man. The public school foolery showing, man.
Hey,
That 3.5 different in public school, man.
first of all, Eli, my 3.5 had me graduate in 3 years instead of 4 from high school. Okay,
There you
don't
go.
play with me. Anyway,
All right, on to
moving
the
on.
next story.
Moving on.
Moving on. Could have been your mama, but never mind. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Dear UTR,
Really?
Who's she talking to?
Eli, she definitely talking.
Oh, okay.
Lord.
Mama
She
Cookie,
ain't
get
talking
her.
to
Get her.
Lord, I'm a 30-year-old gay male, and recently I was on POF. This guy hit me up and started messaging me. And we started messaging each other. We had talked for about 2 weeks through message, and he finally asked me if I could meet, if we
That
could
happened on
meet.
POF.
Now, mind you, he had no profile pic. It was just a lion. So I didn't know how he looked. But, quiet. But I said, okay. I told him, let's meet at my favorite restaurant, and we did. When I got to the restaurant, I waited, and while there, I happened to see my cousin, baby daddy. I told him I was waiting for someone, and to my surprise, he said, I know, it's me. You waiting on. Now, I'm standing there in total shock. Now, mind you, I know my cousin, baby daddy is bi. She told me a long time ago. Well, I knew nothing was going to happen between us, but I didn't want nothing to do with him, but I did have dinner with him because why not? It was my favorite restaurant and a free dinner. After dinner, I told him there could be nothing between us and left. Well, he still keeps texting me and saying, let me show you what I can do for you. My question is, should I see what he can offer me since I don't fuck with my cousin? Or should I tell him to lose my number signed? He just my cousin baby daddy.
Tell that nigga to leave your motherfucking number. Why would you even do it? Why would you even consider that shit? Why? That makes no fucking sense at the end of the day. So just because you don't fuck with a relative or whatever, that gives you the right to do the shit?
Listen.
My personal opinion.
I not totally agree with you. First of all, it's a whole bunch of fuckery. Because I feel like
the nigga stayed for dinner though.
it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit.
Because it was free. That's some petty shit. So that means you broke at the end of the day. Like what the fuck does that mean?
For one, you've been checking me since I met you then, if that's the case. Because you knew who I was, but I didn't know who you was. That's one. Two, you ain't shit because you said, you know what? It's a free dinner and I'm finna have some food with this motherfucker. Because what you should have did is said, nah, I'm cool and left. Because I don't give a fuck if that's your cousin, baby daddy, or anything like that. Oh, nigga, no, it cannot be nothing else going on. I'm sorry. That ain't it. So you ain't shit and he ain't either.
So
plain and simple.
Answer me this question: if they started dating, how that's gonna look at the family barbecue?
Now I'm stepdaddy too.
How that's gonna look at the family barbecue? Because I was at the family barbecue.
Fuck the family barbecue, Aaron. Your name,
Aaron.
What I do?
Just tell me that part. Like,
just say no.
Yeah, just leave it alone, bro. Like it really ain't that fucking serious, bro. Like, and for you to even stay there just because it was a free meal, just show the type of pettiness and what your wallet looked like at the end of the day. Because you are on some fuck shit too, just like that nigga. Now, like I said, ain't got nothing to do with your sexual preferences. You love who you love at the end of the day, and you want to be with
and
who
it's
you want to
Pride
be with.
Month, so you know what? Happy Pride, y'all.
Right on.
So,
Because
the whole
Millie
conversation-
Bobby Brown and regular Bobby Brown needs to be in the same world, and that's the world we need to live in. So, like I was saying,
Nope, not
Hey,
doing it.
Gerald,
Huh?
Gerald,
Huh?
let's turn it down just a notch.
Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna shut up.
No. You can go. I
No,
gotta.
I think I went enough. I think I went enough, bro. I think I went enough.
I gotta reel you into this a little bit. I don't
Just a
want
little
you to.
bit.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't want you to. Have
Just
them
answer me
outside-
that question. What that's gonna look like at the family barbecue?
I don't want them to be outside your house protesting tomorrow morning on Father's Day.
Oh, well, I got Big Burford. I got Big Burford too. I just bought
All
it.
right. All right, cool. All right.
Oh.
The whole time you read that story, the only thing I could think in my head was on tonight's episode of.
Oh, so we got Big Bertha and Lupita. Okay.
On tonight's episode, right? Because you
Not
had
only did you fall, you fell for a guy with no profile picture. Like you fell for a guy.
Right.
Like,
A lion.
You got
A lion
catfish
profile.
like a public.
You know what? He fell in love. He
Lion on the
didn't fall
profile
in.
picture.
It's two ways to look at that, but it's still fucked up. You fell in love with a person solely based off conversation rather than how they look. But at
No,
the
that's
same,
great.
right?
It
But at
happens,
the same time,
It's,
when
it's,
you
that's
found
the
out
thing,
that
though.
was your
It's a little
cousin, baby
twisted.
daddy, that was your time to exit stage fucking left.
There's
I'm
no
about to
need.
say,
There's no need
watch
to
it
entertain
escape.
that.
Watch me escape. That's all I'm saying. Like, as soon as you found that out,
You
watch me
should have
escape.
exit
That's-
stage left.
You should have left. You should have fucking left. But
You
no,
entertained
we
that.
gonna
You
say-
had dinner.
Yeah, but now you done had dinner, and now this motherfucker possibly think there's something going that there's something that
And
can
he's
lead
that
still
door-
texting you
you
after.
that door still
After
cracked
you
All
open.
you gotta do
said
is keep
no.
wearing you down at the end. At this point,
Yeah, because now he texting you after you said no. Talking about let me show you what I can do for you. Well, you can't do a damn thing for me, motherfucker. Like the only thing, well, then it's a lie because what you could do was just buy the motherfucking dinner. Because at this point, that's what you did, and he was excited about the bullshit.
so
I
my
just
point.
want to know what his
So I
favorite
can only
restaurant
imagine.
was.
So I can
Like,
only imagine.
It can't be
So I
like
can only-
Wendy's or IHOP. Talking about your favorite restaurant. It better be some damn expensive ass place. Because if you say Denny or IHOP, you ain't worth a motherfucking nickel or a penny with a hole in it at this point. Because them is two regular ass motherfucking places to eat.
Well, like I said, if you extended a free dinner, I wonder what you gonna do for a Klondike.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Go out with your cousin's baby daddy.
Basically,
We are
Yeah.
not sponsored by
Yeah.
Klondike
You
bar,
might
just
lay
so
down
you
in
guys
bed with
know.
the person.
Cut the check, Klondike, if y'all still around. But anyway,
They are.
But
'cause
that's
I
the
just had one
dinero.
yesterday. I had one yesterday.
anyway,
Delicious
Heather,
too.
do you have anything to add?
I really don't because, again, you fell for somebody who didn't even have a profile pic. That's red flag number one, right there. Why did you still go?
Maybe he was just showing. He
Man,
was
no,
maybe. Wait. His profile picture was a line, so maybe he was just trying to.
He was saying
advocate
he
that
was a
beast.
Leo.
Maybe he was a beast. Maybe a Leo.
Wow.
Maybe he like Mufasa. Maybe he's showing that he can son
Who
somebody
Mufasa?
like Simba. I don't know. Like
No, but my thing is this: scratch it being like your cousin's baby daddy. What if that nigga was a killer? Nobody would have known who the fuck you were with, and your body would have ended up in a ditch. Like,
okay,
no.
yeah, but you ain't gonna do that at no
yes
restaurant.
and no, because they met at a
You didn't go to the
restaurant
house.
inside. They met at a restaurant inside.
So the restaurants don't get shot up.
So at least he was stupid enough to figure that part out. But I'm just saying, just in general. As soon as you found out that motherfucker was married to your family, you should have pieced the fuck out.
I'm just glad he didn't call Neve and Cammy because you've been on MTV. You ain't got your host,
Why? Because Nibby Cammy's on cheaters, but that's for another story. But
Neve and Cammy's on Catfish, bro.
I know, but he was recently caught. He was some time ago caught cheating, so he's on cheaters too. But good. Another story, another time.
Let's go to the comments.
Oh my
See what
God.
those cheaters are talking about.
All right.
yeah, and they kind of interesting.
Okay. So, no. Eli
Okay.
says, I think I smoked a 3.5. Mama Cookie says, Patrice graduated with an A high school diploma and a GED.
I like how y'all using her government name on the show tonight.
It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Eli also
When she
says, yes.
flossing and starting on me.
Eli also says, yes, Lord. Be my mama, Miss Professor. I got the milk and cookies. Thanks for the oop.
We already had someone on here with the milk, so you might just want to be the cookies. But we don't keep going.
We're not gonna talk. You know what?
No.
Next comment. Hey,
No
Mama
comment.
Payne. Mama Payne in the building. Hey, Mama Payne.
Fuck you.
You said Mama Payne too.
Oh,
Haters in the building.
what up, bro? I'm joking, bro.
What's
What up,
happening?
bro? He
Happy
said,
Father's Day,
"Nah, bro." Mama Cookie laughing. Then Payne goes also to say they need. Wait, hold on. They need a part. They need to part and never talk again. Even if I don't like a person, fuck with it. No, like a person, fuck with a person. You might want to put some abbreviations in this, but
It's
person
common.
who
It's common.
he's yeah, exactly. He could. I told you it was a 1.3, a 1.6. So person he could be my enemy. I'm still not going to mess around on that level, but I will be saving those receipts.
Facts.
Mm.
You gonna follow your taxes?
Lennon says that's the first 48 show. It was only 2 weeks. Buy your own dinner. Stop talking and now wait for Carver because it's coming.
I agree with that comment though.
That's perfect.
It was 2 weeks.
And karma comes in a big way too.
Z says he didn't need a profile pic. Love is blind.
I like that show. See?
And
That show was pretty good.
Over your mind.
I'm not playing around.
Okay, let's move on to the next story.
Yeah, we do. Because
Dear UTR, I'm a 43-year-old bachelor man. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one, y'all. Sorry, hold on. Dear UTR, I'm a 43. Why is it saying the same thing? No, wait. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. That's my fault. I've been drinking. He's not 43, but he's 47.
Drinking
And
watermelon.
it's a woman. It said, Dear UTR, I'm a 47-year-old woman, married woman who has been married for 9 years. Everything was great in the beginning, but my husband lost his job and became lazy and boring. So I started to have an affair with my husband's aunt, who is 4 years younger than us. So she's also married. And let me tell you, I don't think I want a man anymore after this, but I do love my husband still. But the passion between me and the aunt is undeniable. So what should I do? Should we leave our husbands or should we continue our sneaky link rendezvous? Sign, my aunt-in-law is better than yours. Oh, honey, first of all.
bitch, have you lost your goddamn mind? What's wrong with you?
God, water professor hit up with a Chinese woman real quick though. Hey, Hunter, hey, hold on, Hunter.
I
feel like you judging me, Aaron.
No.
Lost your goddamn mind. Like,
Oh my God.
she said.
My aunt-in-law is better.
Wait.
You know what?
Aunt-in-law
Right,
is
everybody
yours.
be like, wait, what the fuck did I
Let
just
that
hear?
sink in.
Because I'm over here like baffled as fuck. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me your husband lost his job and because he lost his job and became lazy, you decided to fuck his auntie who's younger than you? Like, what I'm trying to figure out is like, was the attraction there before y'all got together?
He wasn't shit from the get-go. We just gonna say that because that don't make no damn. Because you bored.
Well,
The fucked up part is she ain't even got
Like you didn't want to crochet. Like
no, for me, it's just a simple
she
fact.
said
She just
this-
blatantly said it. Like, yeah, I'm having an affair. Like
Wait,
with my,
no, it's
I'm
not
having
the
an affair
fact
with my
that she
auntie.
blatantly said it though. It's the fact that she said the sex with her is better than the sex with him.
A lot of women say that. Though.
That'll
You
kill
think
your
women
ego.
go?
So my next question is: did y'all like hunch each other, or did like somebody have a strap on at this point? Because I need real dick at this point. I don't know.
I don't care how to say. I don't care what y'all did in that bedroom. How fucking dare you though? How fucking dare you?
See, that right
You
there would
couldn't
kill a
find no
man's
other
ego.
woman.
My
But my
auntie,
auntie,
My auntie, like,
my auntie.
my younger auntie, at that she's 4 years younger than them.
That would kill a man's ego right there.
My
Like,
auntie,
Shit,
you
My
know what? All
my
right, let me
ego
tell you
still the
something.
name, even my story. That's the
No,
crazy part.
listen. It would have been a scene out of fucking Waiting to Exhale. Fuck you, you raggedy bitch. Now I
You better
got on a
watch
leather
you pick up
outfit
in
in the
grocery
summertime
stores next time.
with an orange throwing it at your ass. Okay? You need to be careful who the fuck you pick up in grocery stores at this point. Cause I'm gonna hit the bitch with an orange. Like we playing baseball. Fuck you and my auntie.
Aaron, once again.
So you slept with my auntie, you hussy.
Leave my auntie alone.
Keep my auntie name out your motherfucking mouth.
That's the point.
And her
That's
pussy,
but that's the
everything.
point. Her auntie was in her mouth. You know what?
No, his auntie was in her mouth.
What I said.
No, you said her auntie. That's his auntie.
Well, his auntie was in her mouth. That's the point.
but
Y'all
me,
nasty.
if I was,
And other parts was in her mouth too. But
That's
anyway,
disgusting.
yeah, it is disgusting.
that's a bad visual, bro.
Hey,
A
we need more
bad
comments
visual.
on this one, y'all, because this one is a doozy.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so please comment because I would love to hear what y'all got to say because I am fucking
Let me tell you something.
flabbergasted
How would you
by
feel?
this
Let
shit.
me tell you something. If I was him and I found out that happened, I'm throwing oranges at both of you raggedy bitches. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck an orange. Shit. Fuck an
Man, you
orange.
might as well grab the whole produce section at this point. Chug it at her ass.
At this point, I don't think she likes meat. So I don't think throwing produce at her is going to work, bro. I think
Because
Well, wait, time out.
like she said in the
Produce
letter,
will
she
work
said she
because
don't even
it's
think
not
she
meat.
want a man anymore.
Aaron,
huh?
the produce will work because it's not meat.
Oh, okay.
You sure you
just
graduated
throw
on
it at
time?
her and call her a raggedy bitch.
What's that? 7 years in high school?
I said, are you sure? Not because, like I said, now I know my graduating wasn't graduating, but you just said
Oh,
that.
Lord.
So, are you sure you graduated?
Yeah.
Well,
With all-
damn.
Yeah.
Is-
I mean,
is-
we was
okay,
actually
well,
around
answer
the
me
same
this question
time. So
too. Is
you
the
should have
school
seen.
still accredited right now?
You should have. If we was in high school around the same time, around the same place. So you should have seen me come to high school and not come to high school no more. If you was there 7 years, bro. Like
Yeah,
you saw me
well,
pull up, driving senior year.
Well, I didn't
and
go to
then
high
come
school
see
with
wasn't
you,
there
but
no
I just
more.
want to know if your high school's still accredited right now. But anyway,
For sure.
Y'all
but
Can we go to the next story or to the comments?
I just want
We
to
ain't
know.
got no comment but one.
Yeah, it just
No, we got
Aaron-
two. It's two. Go up one.
Where the second one at?
That was the one.
No, we already read that one.
Already read
I
that
said
one.
that. I said that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Remember,
then go to one.
you sung the whole song "Love Is Blind" by Eve.
I did, huh? I told y'all this drink.
Ah,
Never
there's
mind.
the pieces I was looking for.
Never mind. We have a thesis coming in now.
Well, we got to read
All
Z
right.
first.
All right,
And
here we
there
go,
it
Eli.
is.
I see you, brother. See, man, let me tell you something.
Hey, wait. You got to read Z first. Go
I
back.
didn't read Z. I said Aaron and his names. That was the last comment.
Nobody heard you, so you had to reread it.
Okay.
It's the last time
Aaron
you
and
read
his
comments.
names. Laughing.
Right.
See, man.
See, man.
Talk about Gail and Oprah, man. Situationship, man. My bad is too far. They were fucking before marriage, man.
Before her marriage. I'm going to need you to read everything.
Where's his
They know what the fuck I'm
glasses?
talking about.
He
His
They know
can't
what I'm
see
talking
without his
He was the-
glasses.
He was the backup from a game night that she was invited to. I bet you. Now he got to break the family up by dog walking and beating her husband ass because he can't fight his aunt. Mortal Kombat style. You should know something about that, Meeks. That's all types of hell no, just because he lost his job. Laughing.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Melanin
Going to
said
call that
she
stop
thinks
for
this is
me, bro.
she thinks this is a game. My auntie is better than yours. Throw the whole
Fickle
throw
bitch
the
away.
whole fickled bitch away.
I agree.
Damn.
That ass.
And Eli laughing. So what's a fickle bitch?
I don't know, but
That
she
bitch is
tickles, she
fickle.
tickles. I don't know.
Wait. The last comment.
That's
Oh.
Whitney and Robin.
Hey, you
I'm
know what,
fucking
Z?
done.
You working your way, Z, for the
Yeah,
first
you
time.
gotta
You
go
working
to
your
the
way.
You on time out.
Hey Z, you never been to the fucking corner, but you on your
You
way.
getting close.
You're damn sure on her motherfucking
You got
way.
one more time, bro. You got one more
Fire.
time, baby. You got one more time. Good
Whitney
luck.
and Robin kind of set it off.
Lord
Z is
Jesus.
even
Was
fire.
that ever proven?
Okay, you
Was
know
that ever
what?
proven? Was that ever
What?
proven?
We,
Was
we,
Robin and Whitney ever proven to be lovers?
Man, go on to the next story, man.
We're going to the next. We're going to the next story, or as Gerald would say, the next question.
Next
The
question.
next question.
It said, "Dear
1.37.
UTR, I'm a
Fuck you and your
27-year-old woman.
unaccredited school.
I'm a 27-year-old woman who is living my best life. And one weekend, I had too much fun and slept with two guys at different times, and now I'm pregnant. The problem is,
Everybody
I
having too
don't
much
know
fun.
who the father is. One guy I like, and his sex game is crazy, and the other guy, I love what he can provide for me. What should I tell? What should I do? Should I tell them both and risk the fact of losing them both? Or should I just pick one and let the cards lay where they may? Signed, who is my baby daddy? That's just my baby daddy. T-Bird, that's just my baby daddy.
Well, first of all, everybody in these fucking stories is having too much fun. Shit, why talk your shit ain't invited to none of these parties? That's what I like to know. But
You
anyway.
know what? At this point, I don't want to
I
go
don't
to
wanna
none of these parties.
I want to go to
I'm
these
sorry, your
pregnant parties.
invitation got lost in the mail.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, shut up, Meech. Oh, shut up, Meech. You know damn well you'll go. Anyway,
I know what's wrong.
you'll
I don't
go.
want to be a part.
Okay. You first of all, you hot heifer. How are you gonna sit up here and say that? I mean, you said basically the sex is good with one, but the other one treats her like a queen, basically.
I can
with so many
pretty
words.
much provide for her the way she wants to be provided for.
So basically one is
money.
giving her good dick and the other one is able to provide. She wants both. So she then basically took two men and made one man at this particular point.
Basically.
You hot heifer.
You fuck her feelings, and she needs to think about the child. So you need to figure out who is the actual father.
She ain't figured it out until they born. So that means she need to tell them both, I fucked you both within a close proximity of time, and either one of you can be the father.
Honesty is.
Do you really think that she has the gall to say that though?
She probably not.
And risk losing both.
It's not about the child, though. I think in this, it's not about ruining two good men's lives who you possibly, you're gonna damage someone's life by lying to these men. You're gonna say any, many, money, mo in the dark and just say whoever lands on is gonna be the father today, and that's fucked up.
Now you calling your child Tyquarius because you got Tyrone and Aquarius over here. So now you got
Lee John.
So my mama had two boyfriends, Lee and John, and she didn't know which one was my daddy.
I mean, rather Lee John than Mordecai.
And I don't think I would have told anyone this story
at all.
But
you told us that you went to high school for 7 years, though.
Right. And I also told the people that your high school wasn't accredited, so you got to go get your diploma again. Now, like I was saying, yeah, I know you don't give a fuck.
I know. I'm on a panel with you with your 1.37.
Good point. Good point. I see you did graduate somewhat. So,
hey, it wasn't from your high school.
Hey. My high school's still around. Yours ain't.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
Nah. Now that I think about it, now when I put that them streets on Google Maps, there's just nothing but dirt there now. So I don't know. But anyway, so
That one sucked, bro.
Yeah, yes, it did.
Rebel, I'm gonna stay home on this one, bro. So I'm not looking for my invitation to mail. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay home on this one, bro.
Yeah, stay home.
Where was my invitation? I'm gonna stay home, bro. Y'all have a good time.
I heard that.
Oh,
Stay home. So, but anyway, back to the question. Mm, it's just like everyone said, you basically about to fuck up two dudes' lives over this situation because you're too afraid to say what needs to be said at the end of the day. Because the funny thing is, I think she's gonna cut the one who gives good dick to the side anyway, just because he can't provide at the end of the day but great sex. So go ahead, Dave. I'm waiting.
You know what? I don't feel that way because sometimes women sex over anything. Sometimes, so it's
Really?
just
Just because you provide doesn't make you a
some
great
men,
person.
I mean, some
Right.
men, some women,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. I'm not saying
I
that.
just
But
feel
I'm just
like
saying
you know
a
what
smart woman
she gonna
would.
try to milk it as long as she can.
For
I feel
sure.
like she gonna try to milk it and be like, okay, both of y'all the daddy at different times. So she get to a point where she want to be like one of them is that because she just seemed trifling. I'm sorry.
Wow.
If
What
you
are
So
yeah.
so
How's she seeing
so
trifling because she
so
had a
People are
great
so
stimulus
weekend?
now.
so
This
so
People
me
are that
she had a great
so
stimulus
basically what you're
weekend.
nowadays.
saying
So
is
this is why I
me.
said she trifling. So you just had a great weekend and had unprotected sex with men.
It
If you
happens
want to,
sometimes.
no. But if you're gonna fuck one and fuck the other, I feel like one of those at least
Okay, that's you have a point
you
there.
need to
Fucking two
be
men
protected.
saying fucking two men
That's
at
all
the
I'm
same
saying.
time unprotected is crazy as fuck.
Right.
Because you know you can spread one to another. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we heard a whole story about a man fucking his daughter on the wild weekend. So at the end of the day, I
He
mean,
didn't know.
But
He
that
didn't
story is a
know.
little bit different.
All right.
But
I'm not gonna fight you. I'm done fighting you. I'm just gonna just wave my
Hey,
rights back.
Aaron. Hey, Aaron, don't fight it. Let it happen.
North Carolina, come on and stand up. Take
Aaron, is that your white
All right,
flag?
All right, Petey Pablo.
Don't fight it. Let it happen.
he called you Petey Pablo.
Yes.
Is he still alive?
Yep, and doing TikToks.
For
Wait
real?
a minute. Time out.
You
He
won't
doing
know.
what, Heather?
Huh?
No, time out. He doing what, Heather?
He doing TikToks.
But that's not what you said beforehand. He doing what?
He's doing TikToks. I'm not playing with
No.
you.
Nobody called her. She said he doing dick. I mean, he doing TikToks. That's literally what she
Dick talks. What is dick talks?
Oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
so that's the open fan
No,
version of TikTok.
you
Oh, okay.
learn something with today, ladies and gentlemen.
Word out right, okay. Okay.
Let me close my mouth so I don't be sucking ghost dick like Professor like to say all the time to people. But he doing what is dick talks?
That's the only fan version of TikTok.
The video's only 30 seconds long.
Stop playing.
All right, never mind.
It's only money shots.
You nasty, Heather. We need an intervention for your birthday.
Oh,
So let's get to anybody else got anything to say on this
Go to the
fucking
comments.
there's
No, go to the comments. Go ahead, go to the comments.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Oh my god.
Melanin says she's confused. What are you confused about?
I think it was about the Whitney and Robin thing, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna explain that later. No, we gonna do that today.
We'll get to that. Z says what? Then she also said, "Do
That's
right by
her
the
exact
child,
voice,
take a
bro?
DNA." Huh?
Is that her exact voice?
No, that's not her voice. I can't do
Oh.
it.
Damn.
Z also says, "Do right by the child, take a DNA test, and let those men know."
Facts.
Mm.
Do right by the niggas too, not just the child.
Right.
Like, come on, don't
It's
ruin
Father's
these
Day. Do right by the niggas. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, give
That's
him
right.
my
Right.
head.
It's Father's
All right.
Day.
Eli,
one
Eli
day a
wants-
year. One day a year.
One day. Eli also says, "I just want to know who's getting the gentle hugs and gentle hugs after fucking, and who getting to walk into the door to go get the cup. Karma about to hit her ass with the boop boop to the head like Ghost and Tasha."
Damn.
He about to put his cup down pretty soon. A long time ago.
He says the professor is tipsy.
Not yet. Not yet. Almost there.
That left eye looking kind of low though. I will say that.
I have a lazy eye.
I never knew that.
I do.
My apologies.
I didn't know that either.
I said that earlier, right, Evan?
Okay. Z says, get in the ring, Professor and Aaron.
No, I don't hit women. I ain't Chris Brown.
That's why you.
Melody says test both. Testing can happen while pregnant. Then tell everything. Everybody is grown till they have to really be grown and say what they're doing. Must get STD tested. Filthy McNasty.
Hey, this name calling, Ellen. We gotta talk about this name calling. You called someone
right
a fickle earlier. Now you
fickle.
Oh, okay.
And she's answering my question. Fickle means confused. That was old. Sorry.
These pronouns. We're gonna talk about these pronouns, Melanie. You own.
Mama Cookie says she nasty with no class. She not understand. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. She's not understanding. It's not about her DNA.
You was retarded.
DNA.
DNA. You was stupid.
You are crazy for that.
You gonna yell because it's uppercase?
Ignorant as hell.
Mama Cookie yelling. They got
They go blame on Mama Cookie. You was wrong.
Cold-blooded.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
My mama,
yes.
she over there cracking up laughing at you.
All right, we're ready.
Oh my god.
Y'all ready for the next one?
Next story.
Okay, dear UTR, I was dating this woman for over a year before I introduced her to my family because I wanted to make sure she was the one. Well, when I introduced her to my family, things seemed to be hitting off great, or so I thought. Whenever we would go around my family, especially my dad's side, she would always have an attitude, and I couldn't figure out why. When I would ask her what was wrong, she would say nothing's wrong. But I could tell by her demeanor that something just wasn't right. So I stopped bringing her around my family so much, but that just made our relationship even more rocky. Well, after months of us arguing and fighting, not physically, I decided to break up with her. I said physically because he put that in quotation marks.
Okay, I was about to say, like, at least you pointed that part. You beat her ass now.
Fast forward to 2 years, and I found out the reason why my girlfriend was having all these issues was because her and my dad was messing around with each other the same time me and her got together. But now, not only is she my ex-girlfriend, but now she's my stepmother. My question is, should I cut ties with her and my dad? Should I accept the fact that the woman I used to be in love with is now my stepmother? Signed, my ex was my dad's next.
Who's this, the brother? Like,
I changed my name way before she said the end of the story, though.
I was just about to say, can we just notice Aaron's name change here?
I changed the name before she finished the story.
I was thinking the same thing immediately, like y'all fucked.
But the fact that
she got the quagmire treatment.
the fact that you was messing with his dad the same time you was messing with him, you disloyal, disrespectful, fool ass bitch made punk. I can't. Like, she ain't right.
She ain't right at all.
Throw the bitch away.
Is it confirmed it was the same time though?
But that's what it said.
Oh, okay.
It literally said, hold on, let me go to it. Hold on.
Because she could have kept it player. It was smashing the dad before him, and the dad and her broke up. Then they started messing with the son. Then left the son and went back to the dad again. Like she could have.
Y'all don't like the brothers.
Yo, I didn't see that.
So basically, she's the
that
female version of
it. It said her and my dad was messing around with each other the same time me and her got together.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, she trifling as fuck.
Very.
grimy ass skanky.
This is why I need to stop taking these. This is why I need to stop taking these Facebook posts so serious when they say I can either have the daddy or the son. That's not literally, idiot. I'm at the age where I have the daddy or the son.
Evidently, in some people's lives, it is. So
clearly,
apparently,
The daddy and the
So
son, not or the son. The daddy and the son.
There
Same damn
are
time.
no limitations when it comes down to these chicks nowadays.
First of all, if I get the daddy or the son, either one I get, if I know one of them ain't shit, I know the other one ain't shit either. I'm not fucking with both of y'all. I don't have
right,
time
because
for
if one,
bullshit.
because if the son ain't shit, you look at the daddy, he ain't gonna be sweet shit in 30 years. So therefore, you just gotta look. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
What I'm saying,
Why would
when
the
I
daddy
say-
not? Why would the daddy not be shit in 30 years?
no, the
I'm talking
daddy
about the
ain't shit
son.
now.
You sure this ain't Ken or Lori Harvey?
Oh damn!
You know what? I don't have
Your
time
daddy
for
ain't- her
her.
daddy ain't shit. Steve Harvey ain't shit.
What?
That ain't her daddy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Her daddy was the drug dealer nigga that's in jail.
No
And
shit.
actually, that might not be her daddy because it might be the drug dealer's brother.
I'm saying because Lori basically she dated the father and the son, so I'm just like,
Well, if you talking
And-
about Diddy and his son, I
Oh,
feel
what- you said the father and the son?
she did date the father and the son. She dated
What about the
son
Holy
first
Ghost?
and
and
then-
Justin.
What
It
about the Holy
wasn't,
Ghost?
it wasn't at the same time though either though.
Well,
No,
okay,
it
yeah,
was at the same time, but she broke up with him and got with the daddy. I'm just
And
saying.
that's what you're supposed to do.
First, I'm not fucking.
What the fuck?
what?
This ain't no family affair. Aaron, go stand in
It's
the
called,
corner.
the show is called Family Business.
It's family business.
Wait, this is
I
the
mean-
first. Aaron's getting
But-
sent to the
But
corner.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
let-
She
I'm
said,
just saying,
y'all
my point before I go to the corner because I'm gonna go because I need to take a little break anyway. My point is, if you gonna at least fuck with the son and the dad, don't do it at the same damn time. At least break up with one of the niggas and go see the other nigga. All right, I see y'all niggas in a minute. I'll be back.
Fuck no.
Well, these girls nowadays, they think
I
they
just
know.
want to know. She said the father and the son. I'll say, well, what about the Holy Ghost? Did she fuck him too? No.
Gerald, you about to
I'm
go
not-
to the
I'm
corner
not-
too.
I'm-
God
I'm-
damn.
I'm not about to.
I'm about to say, he better not stay on this fucking panel, and I get sent to the corner. He just said the Holy Ghost. I know he better take his black ass.
You right behind
Look,
you.
look,
You know
look,
he
don't
got-
send me no- don't send me nowhere with
He's about
Aaron
to be
because
right
he ain't coming
behind
back
you.
if that's the case.
Under,
Like,
you need to go under, okay, under and in the corner. He got to go a level beyond, but underneath because you want some other shit, Jared. Ain't nobody got time for you. Fuck that being the rebel. You want some bullshit and ain't got time.
Yo,
Don't
Eli,
hold
get
Jared.
his plate
Listen,
ready.
Heather, throw the whole
Eli,
Jared
get
away.
his plate of enchiladas ready. He coming.
Can I come back?
Throw
Now?
the whole
Here
Jared
we go.
away.
Not yet.
I gotta go to the corner.
Aaron, come sit back down. You good. You're not even in the corner no more. Gerald got to go. Throw him all the way away. At that point, you don't even need the corner. He just needs to be thrown away at this point.
I gotta go. I got.
No, you getting
I gotta
thrown
go to
away
work.
at this point.
Go
Take
ahead
all
and
these-
sit back
Damn,
like you
those
usually
away.
do. Go ahead and
Take,
sit
take
back.
the Holy, hey, bro, take the Holy Spirit with you, bro. You the Holy Spirit go to the corner.
You,
Wait,
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit at this point.
Who read the comments?
It get cold in the corner.
You should pray so it will warm up.
Sit your ass. No, he's gonna be already warm because he in hell at this point.
With a window
damn.
seat.
Man,
No, with a heaven view. That's what he
First
said.
class.
With a heaven view.
you don't come sit your raggedy ass down and can read these damn comments.
Come on, you fickle hoe.
Okay, you out. You out. You on parole. Come on.
I ain't that fucking confused. I changed hats too. Anyway.
Damn.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
Just can change hats again.
Melanin laughing. Melanin is laughing. Z say the brothers.
Me
You
and
know,
you see we on the same page because that's
I
what
thought I saw that somewhere. I am still your father. Anyway, I mean, Cliff the Pound went peaky on the nigga for a minute, but anyway, Melanin says she need a drink. Go
Girl,
on,
you
get it,
should've
girl.
been
We told you before the show
Go
started.
ahead and drink.
You
girl.
should have been had a
I
drink
could've sworn
like
we told you
before
to
the
get
show
that before
started.
because there was
There
gonna
was
be a
just-
whole bunch of fuckery.
there
But
was
anyway,
a
I told everybody to get their drinks.
There was a disclaimer
Right.
given. We ain't jumping on
Right.
your back or nothing, but there was a disclaimer
So-
given.
Right. Eli says, so man, I'll just play. We saying she walked into his childhood home, threw that ass in a circle, and then saw the family pictures while drinking tea in a Hornets jersey and said, I need that, and ran in back like dominoes. Well, damn, Uno, I'm out.
You know what?
Why
You ain't gotta
the
say
hell?
it.
Why the hell did I
Already
just understood that?
No,
You ain't gotta say it. He already there.
Eli. I knew you was a part of the family when you start having metaphors like Gerald. You was part of the family at this point.
Right.
Oh, for real,
I'm
though.
about to take Ashley's advice and just block him out the show because he's going.
Z says blue hats to the corner, shaking my head.
Well, your husband done took off the blue hat, put on the red hat.
Well, fuck you too, Z.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's get to this other one. I got y'all going. We got $2 hamburgers in the corner with
I got
extra
y'all gang.
cheese.
I got y'all gang.
I got y'all. Okay.
Okay.
I got y'all gang. I'm sorry. We got $2 hamburgers in the corner with extra cheese, fresh off the grill. Come one, come all.
I can't. I'm lactose intolerant.
Melanin, I came in an hour late. I'll be ready from now on. Laughing
Okay.
look at that.
Good job.
You got to pass.
Z says, "Come back, Aaron."
I'm back in here.
Oh! You are so
You don't wear the blue hat. You said
no, but Aaron get to come back. See, it don't fucking matter. She already knew I went
you
to the
never
front.
have to leave. She said
never
blue hat to the
left.
corner.
I
Are you
did
in the blue
leave.
hat?
I
you in
did
the
leave.
blue
You
hat?
left earlier.
Yeah,
You
but
left
I
earlier.
left, and Aaron left. Aaron left like 2-3
Gerald,
times.
you're
and
not
came
gonna
back.
win. You're not gonna win this one because you're not right, bro.
No, you
Well,
are
Mama,
something
you
else.
never comment.
Your
I'm
one
You are
point, your,
something else. You are something else.
your 1.19 is flaring up real bad right now, bro. Let it go.
Read
Shut
Mama
up.
Kiki's comments so we can move to the next story.
I'm going.
Win.
She wrong as hell on that note, but someone can love you desperately with their feelings and still not know how to love you correctly with their actions.
Oh, well, she
Mm.
talking shit, Mama Cookie.
Hey, Mama,
Knowledge.
go ahead on. Eli says we got bean burgers too for the professor.
I
Once
want a
again,
regular burger, just no cheese.
someone
I don't
come
want no damn
on.
beans.
Z says I love you, Roby.
Aw, that's
Aw.
cute.
You wouldn't have left all them dishes in the cabinet if you did. So therefore, anyway,
Wait, the dishes are
cabinet or
supposed
the
to be in
seat?
the cabinet.
the
The
dishes in
cabinet
the
or the
cabinet.
sink?
Got the
She
cabinet.
got rugs all on my floor. She got covers all on my bed. It just she don't love me. Go ahead. She
This
you
is
can't have the
Lord.
cheese. Laugh out loud. By Melanie.
Lord. Okay, on to the thank you, Melanie, because he tripping. I don't want no fucking bean burger. I just don't want the damn cheese.
All right, the last story.
Oh Lord.
No
Last
cushion.
story, folks.
Okay, this is the last story. Dear UTR, me and my husband have been married for 15 years. 5 years into the marriage, he cheated on me with another woman, which resulted in them having a baby. The woman didn't want nothing to do with the baby after it was born, and my husband wanted to keep his child. Being the wife that I am, I told him I would help raise her. We went through all the necessary steps for me to legally adopt her and raise her as my own. Well, fast forward 10 years later, this woman pops back up saying she wants to be in her child's life after she's been gone for 10 years without so much as a call or a letter. My question is, should we let her in our daughter's life or should we wait till she's 18 and decide for herself? Signed, not my child, but my child.
Is this Mercedes?
First of all,
No.
I gotta commend you, lady, because you took that child and raised it as your own, and you actually did what a wife would do. Well, most wives would. Some wives would. Well, 50% of the wives would do. I commend you for that part.
No, it's a step.
And shut the fuck up, Aaron. Anyway, I commend you for that. Now, to let the lady back in without so much as a letter or a call. Sometimes people in life, they don't start off on the right foot when they have a child. And they do give them up for adoption. And then they finally get their shit together and they want to come back. It all depends on you and your child at this particular point. If you feel that she wants that relationship, or you feel that your son or daughter needs that relationship, by all means. But if you don't feel that she needs it, do what you must as a mother. That's all I'm saying.
I had this conversation with my mom, and the reason why I had this conversation because
You
she
got
said
kids?
who was adopted. Yes, I have a mom, you jackass.
I said you got kids, is what I said.
I said I had this conversation with my mother because she is someone who's been adopted.
Do you have 2 ears? Because you sure can't hear out of neither one of them motherfuckers.
You can clearly see them.
Um, and having that conversation, it's a lot that comes with that. Reason being is we don't know what kind of mind frame or whatever she was in when she had that child. Thank God she didn't do anything drastic to hurt her. She gave her for adoption. Again, I commend the woman too because she decided to adopt her and stick by her husband's side and raise that child as her own. But it's a lot to come into it because we don't know if she's told this child she was adopted and that she's not the biological mother. Because she had the baby as the woman had the baby and then gave her the baby. So we don't know if she's told her that legally I'm not your mother, I adopted you, although this is your father. That's a situation where if I was in her shoes, would say, hey, I haven't told her that she's adopted. Give me time to explain the situation that's going on, and then we can go from there. Because that's a lot, and it's heavy on a child. She's 10 years old, so she's able to process a lot of things. But you want to keep in mind that even though she's 10, it's very heavy. It's very, very heavy. And you don't know how she could respond to that. She can respond to a point where she says, well, why didn't my mother love me? Why didn't you tell me I was adopted? All these things can arise. So it's one of those situations where I would talk to the biological mother and tell her to give me time to let me speak to her, to tell her, what's going on in the situation, and then go from there. I don't think I would necessarily just push it all off onto the child that quickly. But that's just me.
And,
I agree with that.
Plus, you have to look at you have to look deeper into the reason why she would give up on that responsibility to raise the child in the first place. Like maybe she couldn't have been in the best place, either financially or mentally, to
Or she
raise
can
a
be a drug
child.
addict.
I mean, to be real with you, a lot of people have kids and not in a good place financially or mentally to have kids. When these responsibilities come and hit you, or I'm sorry, when these responsibilities happen, you got to prepare for them the best way you know how. And me personally, and this is just my answer, I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit. I would never deny a biological mother from having a relationship with her child if she's in a fit, if she's fit to have that relationship. I'm not
I would
saying
never deny it either. But what I would do
true.
is tell her to give me a chance to explain my side to the daughter because she's been raised as that's her mother and that not that there's anybody else but her. You get what I'm saying? You
That's
don't want to
something
just
that
throw
becomes
it on a child.
destructive.
That's a lot.
It
I
will
mean, you,
disrupt their
It
whole
it
life.
take it takes it takes steps
I never even got a chance to finish my answer,
No, no,
but
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My apologies. Okay.
man. If you don't
yeah.
go ahead and get your thoughts off, man.
You good, Eric?
So he wants you to get the
Me?
thoughts off.
You go easy with them anal beads around your neck, bro. Don't talk to me about nothing getting off tonight, bro. You just keep them beads around your neck.
You know what?
Anyway, yeah, you'll learn to stop wearing these on this show because this is like the third consecutive show you wear these anal beads, bro. And I don't think you cleaned them not one show yet.
Wow.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Go ahead.
what are you popping?
His anal beads.
You're disgusting. You are disgusting, bro.
Oh Lord, have
I
mercy.
say, what are you popping?
You know
You
what?
gonna say these anal beads?
You know what? This is the first time y'all gonna
You know what?
hear me say this. I quit.
Damn,
It's
you
the
couldn't
first
say
time
that
we heard
in
you
a
say
I'm
this.
while.
about to say you quit
On-
because of
on
what
the-
we
on
say,
the-
but you don't quit because of
You
the
haven't
anal
said
beads.
it in a while. I will say that.
And mind you, them is extra large. You know what? Continue, Aaron.
How you know about? Never mind. Anyway,
Enough
Um,
anal beads.
store
No
before.
thought.
I forgot my thought at this point, but I was just circle back to say that I wouldn't just close the door completely on that biological mom being in that daughter's life. Not saying that they just have to just hand over the daughter and give up all their parental rights, but I was just saying,
By not any means.
huh?
Not by any means am I giving them
Right,
up parental
right.
rights.
But is she, it almost reminds me of damn, what's that movie? I
Losing
can't.
Isaiah.
No, the newer one. When the dude was in the army, Antoine Fisher. It
Oh,
reminds me of that
Uh,
that story.
I'm still standing. I'm still strong. Go ahead. I just had to get that off.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Anyway, I will let the next person answer. Y'all go ahead. Y'all full of jokes tonight. I can't even keep my serious face.
Yeah.
It's all you,
Oh
Meech.
shit!
Go
Y'all
easy back
hilarious.
there.
Me, I like
That
everyone
takes me to
stated.
beats over out my dick.
Be
Good. I'm
quiet,
sorry.
Rebel. Go ahead, Meech.
Anyways, but I would never deny like the mother, the the real mother, her rights to even establish a relationship with her child if she wants to be there. If she wants to be there. Now, like I said earlier, you have to take it to you have to take it to reasoning. Like I would ask like what really made you give her up in the first place? Like I would want to delve deeper into that story and before we can proceed forward. Now, granted the fact there's so many reasons for that. But if it's more understanding to perspective to where she's well enough to be in her life into some sort of capacity, then yes.
I don't think I necessarily would be saying, okay, well, I need to know why you gave her up. My question is, if I let you in her life, are you going to come in and stay? Or are you just jumping in and then leaving? Because if you're going to do that, then you don't need to be in her life. Plain and simple.
That
Yes.
that
Yes.
also.
By
facts.
But
all means. By all means.
it's one of those things that you don't know why she did what she did, but you are glad that you were able to get the child into a home where she is loved and taken care of. But you don't want to disturb that mental peace she has with your bullshit. If you know that you're not going to be there and you just coming in for a minute and then you're going to dip back out, move the fuck on. Don't do it. Don't
Don't
disturb
be
your peace.
don't be Sky. Say that. Please don't be Sky. Okay.
Now she's talking about Black Ink Crew. Ain't nobody got time. Black Ink
I'm
Crew.
sitting here looking for your
Oh,
kids and wanting to be in their lives.
No comment on that one.
Sit here and when the chips are down and things get hard, abandon them. Don't do that.
Because if you step into this child life and you say you're going to be there, when this child get to asking you questions, don't take those questions offensive,
Mm-hmm.
or don't get to a point where you feel like you can't answer the question and then you dip back out of this child life, because it's now heartbreak after heartbreak when you could have just left her where she was in a happy environment home. That's all
I,
I
I, I think and I'm speaking for all of us when I make it, and y'all probably gonna be mad at me when I say this, but I think for a lot of times we always try to look for the reasoning why someone did why someone did what they did. Like for example, Misha say, I want to know why she abandoned in the first place. In one story, I said that you know we don't know all the circumstances and why he didn't pay his half of the stimulus. In one situation, the professor said, "I would like to know what was the reason why that she cheated. Was she feeling lonely?" I mean, I just think that in life we always look for the why or the unanswered questions. And I think that we need to stop doing that so much and kind of just sit back and accept the spade for a spade. And if the situation is what it is, knowing how to respond is the right answer opposed to why.
and,
Forget the why.
and you're right, and that's why I said I don't even think when we said what he said, it's not about the why you did what you did. I just want to know that if I let you into my child's life, because at this point she's my child, are you going to stick around, or are you going to go in and out of her life? Because
Yeah,
if
and
you're
that's
going to do that, you don't need to be here.
and
And,
we're
and
all
I
in
think
I,
agreement.
I
it,
definitely agree with that. It
We
was
all
just
agree with that, actually.
it was just more of those like some people could get like more inquisitive
I don't
into
think,
knowing why.
But the
honestly, her reason for what she did is not.
it's not
It's
important
not for
anymore.
me to know. It's not important. If you want to be in your child life, that's
Be
great.
here.
But I need to know that you're going to be here and not dip in and out of her life when things get rough
She don't need that in her life. Neither do we.
That's
at
what I was
all.
going to say. Like,
Because
it's not necessarily her reasons for leaving in the first place. It's more, are we going to see repeated behavior? Like, if
it's
it
like
was a
this.
situation where you are someone who is not dependable, you're not going to be there. Are you going to repeat the same behavior now? Because if you are, don't stay. Don't
Right.
even
'Cause
enter.
I don't want to have to let you in my child's life and you break her heart and I have to be the one to pick it to pieces because I let you in her heart. And now not only did you let her down because I let her down because I let her be vulnerable to a situation and now her heart is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
you
if
really
you're going to be in her life, you're going to be there through the good and the bad, not when you feel it's okay for you. So that's one of those things where you got to be like, okay, we'll take steps. First of all, let me explain to her that no, I'm biologically not her mother. I adopted her at this age or whatever. Let me explain to her my reasoning of what's going on and what's happening first before I just allow you to come into her life. Now, when I allow you to come into her life, please keep in mind that I will ride for mine. And bitch, let's be clear. If you hurt my child's feelings or heart, there's no coming back. There's no coming back.
Nope.
Now, when she's old enough to understand and decide she want to deal with you after she's 18, so be it. But after that, and I let you in and you do some bullshit, I'm good. We cut all ties. Fuck that. I'm not playing with you, Gerald.
And now the comment.
How come she don't want me, man?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, don't be Sky, don't be Will's dad, don't do that.
mm, no
Let's get
To the
to it.
comments.
no
Let's get to
some
the
no
comments.
sometime behavior.
Um,
Where are we? Oh, here
One
we go.
says she can't have the cheese laugh out loud. Then it gets to Eli. Said laugh out loud. Bet. What about the special sauce? My barbecue got that too.
I don't know. That don't sound too right.
Melanie says let her in, but after the whole testing to make sure she's in the right mind.
Agreed.
Eli says just a dry just a dry burger. Nope.
About to say dry ass burger.
I was about to say that, but yeah. Z says if the child is 10, she's old enough to have a say. They need to have a conversation with the child, and if she is open, then they can slowly introduce her to her bio mom. Excuse me. Melanie says, I'm sure it will be hard for the wife too. It opens up old wounds about what happened.
Facts.
Marmar's in the building.
What up,
Hey,
Marmar?
Welcome
you
back.
caught us late, but we glad you
Wild.
came. No, we glad
But
you came. She said, and honestly, the way she gave the baby up so quick, she needs to have her husband test to see if it's really his child as well. She just walked away too easy for me.
But here's the thing.
hmm,
At this point, even if she didn't, there's no point. You didn't have this child for 10 fucking years.
But the husband immediately stepped up and said, "You know what? I'm a, you
Right.
know, take the
There
Basically,
was
like
baby."
no
I fucked up.
point. Y'all didn't
I
have this
fucked.
child for
I
10
fucked.
years.
I
Leave it.
fucked up. So
Let
he
sleeping
basically
dogs
admitted he
lie.
fucked up.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Right.
All right.
Z says, "Oh, that's wrong. Y'all calling me whatever that word is.
Kukui.
Shell necklace, anal
Shells.
beads. Say again.
Kukui.
Okay, kukui, shells, necklace, anal beads. Y'all a mess. Been saying that for ever since he started wearing them. So
That was Gerald's bad joke anyway.
yeah, but your,
Damn.
your
yeah,
unaccredited
Right
ass
off,
used it. So
Gerald.
shut up.
I didn't hear what you said, but go ahead.
I
Let's
said
read this.
I said your unaccredited ass then used it. So shut up.
All
Okay.
right,
Baby steps. I agree. Open communication and build up to the
we don't
moment
talk
to
about that.
meet her. Yeah, we will. Biological mother, and also be open with the circumstances. Honestly, with the
The
biological mother,
uh,
relax or end up on World Star. You take a pick. My mother and your daughter place steady goals, set all three parties on the journey to be accomplished, and go from there. Now I'm about to cry. These stories always have a special place right in the old ticker. Liz.
Oh,
Eli is also crying.
Don't cry,
But
baby.
why? But Melanie says, but why add? But why helps ask the right questions to ensure they work through what's needed, not to repeat the same thing.
Agreed.
Mm. This tough because Eli says this tough if the biological mother do stick around if she makes mistakes while in you and her daughter's life. You are you going to allow her to make those mistakes while learning how to be a parent, or are you going to cut her off at the first mistake?
you
no,
can't cut her off. You can't cut her off.
you're not cutting off
Like,
after his first
Nah.
mistake. When I say if you in a child's life and then you go ghost and you leave because something ain't working for you, it's a fucked up situation. Now I got to see how do I introduce you back into my child's life if I choose to, because now you didn't hurt this child again because you didn't left her for a second time.
I think you can tell when someone has good intentions on being in someone's life versus just here for whatever reason they're there for. So you always can tell who has a good heart and who has good intentions for whatever situations at hand.
Can you really
Right.
though?
You can.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
not
called
saying
being a
that.
good judge of
I'm not
character.
saying that
If
everyone is. How should I say?
Say it.
Just saying that someone can make a great impression the first time, and then they still can have them demons buried inside them to where they can possibly even
well,
take abuse when you quote unquote the coast is clear.
it's gonna take more than one time of you showing me that you a good person for me to say you a good person. I'm not gonna just hang out with Gerald once and be like, oh, that's a good brother, that's a solid dude. And then the next time I come around, Daryl's over here, dragging my ass. And, so you don't hang out with people one time and they put a title on them. You might have some thoughts on them, but at the end of the day, like it's going to take a little bit of her and her good intentions to show before I'm able to put that label on her.
Facts.
Mm,
Agreed.
good point, boy. Good point. Eli had put question marks. What are you asking, bro? Mama Cookie says actions prove who someone who someone is, words just prove
Who they pretend to be.
who they pretend to be. Marma also says finding out whether he's biological father is very important. I'm not saying let the baby go and not raise nor love her anymore. It's very important to know that she may need, is that may
A
need
Yeah.
bladder
bladder.
or an organ, bladder and organ, anything in this world. Okay, that makes sense.
I see. That's what they say.
Uh, yeah, I was just like, okay. Kristen is in the building.
What
What
up,
up,
Chrissy?
Kristen?
Hi,
Yo, yo.
Kristen.
Long time no
Welcome
see.
back. Long time. Um, I'm just in, but consistency is key. Hey, y'all.
Good point.
Eli says the question marks were for my previous comment,
Okay.
Oh,
and Marmar
Oh,
says
okay.
blood.
Oh, that's what she meant. Okay.
Okay.
Great remarks.
Okay. So,
Interesting
people,
remarks indeed.
we have come to the end of family business, part one, that is. So, just know we coming back for another one, and we got a lot more stories from y'all. Y'all keep bringing us these stories too, because y'all living some crazy fucked up lives. I'm not gonna front, but anyway,
facts.
go ahead, Professor.
No, I just say this. Just know that talk your shit is here for y'all. Y'all send in y'all letters and we gonna talk the shit for y'all, okay? That's all I'm
Yes, we
saying.
will. Yes, we will. But
Oh,
before
we
we
got one more
also
comment.
I'm saying before we get to our final remarks, we gonna get to this comment, and it's from Mama Cookie. I'm convinced that the hardest language to speak for some people is the truth. In this case, they all need to sit down and talk. It's a lot to put on the table, many unanswered questions.
Talk your shit, Mama Cookie.
Yes, ma'am.
That
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
definite truth.
All right. So let's get to it. Creator, Miss Heather B, the birthday girl. Final remarks.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in, of course. If you shared, commented, we appreciate it all. Also, thank you for the birthday comments. Thank you so much. Cash App is in the comments if you want to bless me
Go ahead
But
and drop it
come on, y'all.
again. Drop the cash app.
Drop it
Yeah,
again.
we
Come on, y'all.
put it in again before.
Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
drop it again one more time.
63. She needs all the love right now. So let's get it.
Anyway, last remarks are this. When it comes down to family, please know family doesn't necessarily mean blood. And also, even if family is blood, if they're not good for you, you don't have to keep them around. Please understand that blood does not bind you. It is someone's pure intentions and how they love you that matters the most. So if they treat you like shit, they're not family. Point blank, period.
Mm,
Well said.
Ooh.
mm, okay. Meech, final remarks.
As I always say, like everyone in the comments section tonight, y'all, y'all like the comments up every single time, and it's because of that energy. Y'all give us. We continue to go on as we do. Now, for my final remarks. In this scenario, you got to keep your eyes out for family and friends. Like like the old saying goes, keep your friends close and enemies closer, because people will s- people will drive the knife right into your back and twist the motherfucker within an instant. So always be aware of your surroundings, family or friends at this point.
Okay.
Thank you, Meech.
Double A, final remarks.
Happy birthday, Heather. Thank you, Seven and Naughty Inc. for having us at the battle last weekend, and we had a great time. Happy Father's Day, fathers, um, father figures, grandfathers, godfathers, whatever. If you play a role to someone and you're a father figure, happy Father's Day to you. And this is my final remarks. Life is all about communication. Sometimes I think a lot of times we cause this stuff to ourselves because we're not communicating properly with people. Um, um, I don't really have much to say tonight. I really hate that us as people we're still going through these things, and they're damn near generation curses that's still happening over and over again. From we see the stories of people stepping out, people not knowing who their father is, people even sleeping with their father. Like we gotta stop this. Like it's not even funny no more. Like why are our traumas? Why is our things that beat us or hurt us the most is our entertainment? Take that for a second and pause, and let's change how we live our life these days.
Mm.
I'm out.
Mm.
Mm.
Yo, shit.
Professor, final
I want to
remarks.
say thank you to everybody that showed up and showed out. You guys did an amazing job. Happy birthday to Heather as well. Let me say this: forgiveness is not for the person you're forgiving; it's for you. Because at the end of the day, that person is going to sleep regardless. But when you forgive someone, remember that when you forgive them, you cannot throw it back in their face. Because all you're doing is you keep opening up an old wound that needs to heal. If you try to forgive somebody and you keep throwing up in their face, it's time for you to move on because there's no way in hell that you forgave that person. Also remember that, like Heather say, family doesn't mean blood. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got family that we share the same blood and I don't fuck with. If I call you family, that means a lot. So to my family on the panel, I love you all. To my families in the comment, I love y'all. Eli, you are now a family member because your metaphors, Gerald metaphors, pain metaphors. I don't know where the fuck y'all come from with this shit, but Lord,
That
y'all
same
driving me
bullshit
fucking
school.
crazy. Right.
The same
Gotta
high
be.
school. He must have went to the same high school they do 7 years at.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
Oh my
Had
god.
to get that last one in. didn't you?
Just,
You better stop before you end up a world star.
just know that
Who you talking to, nigga?
I'm talking to you. Nigga. I said relax and end up on world star. Like I said, go ahead.
just know that anybody with good intentions, it will show, and anybody with ill will, it will show. Karma's is a motherfucker. Just know that. And what goes around comes around tenfold. Be careful how you treat people, because you never know how that karma's gonna come around.
Big facts.
Talk your shit.
Oof.
Facts. Before I get to my final remarks, we gonna get to these comments real quick, just to show y'all we love y'all still. Kristen Marmar says happy birthday to Miss Heather.
Thank
She
you.
also Mama also said talk your shit, Heather. And Miss Heather also put her cash app in there. She need that $63. So get it. Kristen also says say that Heather. Sorry, say that
Very.
Heather.
Hey, is $63? Is that like $1 per like grandma used to give us back in the day? Never mind.
It is.
I'm about to send you 63 right now, Heather.
Y'all horrible.
protect your peace at all costs. Heather gives a bunch of thank yous to people. May Love also says happy birthday.
And thank you, Mama Cookie. I was trying to say thank you.
Right. Kristen says happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the comments and on the cast. Mama Cookie says thank you. I enjoyed you guys as always. I love you all. We
We
love you
love
too,
you
Mama.
too.
And,
Love
and
you
we
too,
love
Mama.
you back.
Oh,
Kristen, excuse me. Heather also said thank you to May Love. Kristen says I got 5 on it. Heather, happy birthday again.
5. You know how high gas prices is? What
She
5
don't
on
have
that?
any gas prices,
5.95 to
and
be
these highs are gas
5.95 to be
prices.
exact. Right?
Kristen, I'm just playing. Please don't take me
It's a
serious.
joke. It's a joke. We're just joking. Eli says, "Great fucking show, y'all." With the heart emojis, Miss Professor and Heather. Don't just walk past the cookout. Come over to the corner that gives the best morning. We got cheesecake to laugh out loud. We appreciate y'all. Keep being great, y'all. Happy birthday, Heather. It's the golden year for you, and it's going to be a phenomenal one to remember.
Mm.
thank you. Oh, yeah.
Mama Cookie says, "Happy birthday, Queen Heather. Enjoy your special time." Melanie says, "Great show, horrible issues, but good feedback." This is true.
Mm.
This
Well,
is true.
maybe it's more to
Also, with the
come.
laughing faces, Z gives us the hand clap. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you, V.
Thank you.
Johnny has come into the building late as usual.
What's the deal, bro?
You know what? That's why his name is Johnny Come Lately. Okay.
Happy Father's Day, Johnny.
He said, "What the deal, y'all?" Also, happy Father's Day to the fellas.
Happy
Happy
Father's
Father's Day to
Day,
you
Johnny.
too.
Happy Father's
Same
Day.
to you, my brother. Same to you. Keep being a good father. Kristen says, "Gas prices. Gas prices. Why I only got 5 to spare?" Laughing my ass off.
Yeah,
It's okay,
that's
girl.
fine.
We appreciate it.
Hey, give what you can spare.
I was just joking, Kristen. Don't mind me.
Tragic.
Johnny also says, "Happy birthday to Miss Heather."
Thank you, Johnny.
Now,
I got a question though, real quick.
what's up?
When 36 become the golden years?
That's because y'all said she was 63.
Oh, the golden girl years.
Mhm.
Oh, well, thank you for being a friend,
Riding on y'all
everybody.
too.
I'm
All
about
right,
to
go
start
ahead.
singing the song. Y'all better chill out.
All right, go ahead, Gerald. Don't sing, but go ahead and get your final remarks. We gotta get out of here, bro.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody in the comments and to everybody over at Naughty Inc. for letting us host host our first battle, our first public appearance. Period. Like it was, we had a blast. We had a great motherfucking time. It was just all fun and games, and it was just a night to remember at the end of the day. Don't say nothing, Professor. I just felt you coming with the song. But anyway, final remarks.
I had nothing to say.
Spouses, men and women, keep your spouses away from your family members, honestly, because for some reason it's just y'all like to fuck aunts and uncles and dads and shit. Just fuck your family at the end of the day. No, don't bring them around.
That's the problem. They fucking the family.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Don't go to the family barbecue no more. Just
You just said fuck the family.
fuck the family. But all I can say is, all bullshit aside, I know I talk a lot of shit, but at the same time, it's just know who your family is at the end of the day. Know the ones that respect and love you for who you are and not what you bring to the table. Like I said, these four, they've shown me love beyond this world. And I love these people to death at the end of the day. So I'm see y'all why y'all gotta laugh doing my shit. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry,
It was Chris's comment.
anyway, but like I said, these four have shown me love beyond this world. They have been there for me through some of my darkest times, and they have shown me love that some of my family hasn't shown me. So, like they said, family is not just blood at the end of the day. So just know who your family is and stick with them. You're gonna need that support at the end of the day. And like I said, just keep y'all family away from y'all spouses at the end of the day. And we're gonna go to this last comment. These last couple comments, excuse me. Faith from Soul Food are everywhere. Y'all let the family in the house, y'all, and you know what? The family fucked your husband. That's right. Mama Cookie says, facts. And that is the end of Family Business by UTR's Talk Yo Shit.
Part one.
Part one, that is. Because part two is definitely on the horizon, people, because it's definitely coming since y'all just showed y'all shit. And just take care of yourself and each other.
Wait. We got one more comment.
Eli. Real before y'all leave, can I cash app a prayer? Laugh out loud.
Cash app a prayer.
We'll talk about it, bro. We'll talk about it.
When you cash app the money in the comment section, put your prayer.
There you go.
How about that? So, as I was stating, take care of yourself and each other, and stay away and keep your spouses away from your families. We love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Family reunion. Who we introducing?
It's my cousin Eli. And
Cut it.
All right, and we are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye, y'all.
See you next time.
later, y'all.